Kevin! Gus from Science 108.
You've cleaned the bone so that it's now a stick for the meat popsicle.
Every time they see a human woman, they scream. Buzzard!
What's Olive Garden?
That's a good look.
Yeah, this is what they wanted when they sent this kid out.
Pete Siggis! Mistress of the nation! BuriBuri, the mistress of back pocket.
I gotta bring up. She said, "My mum's watching. Please be nice tonight."
Well, that's information I could have used earlier.
I just.
For Thursday, the 9th of June, you're watching Back Pocket coming at you live from the Low-Key Studio starring Stephanie Ben Dixon, Peter Burns, Angus Ronald, and it's your boy, Nick Boy Richardson, and tonight on the show, we be vibing as we link to the past in Citizen Sleeper, a video game like Microsoft Flight Simulator Top Gun Maverick DLC, which is a flying game, unlike Logica, Emotica, and The Cycle. Games also simulate gymnastics. And I have a feeling tonight's show will be our best one yet.
I have been here for how long?
In
this office.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, like 6 hours?
I've only just noticed that there is no couch there and Peter's
Are you serious?
on a wheelie chair.
What the shit?
Really?
The stream is
We
called,
talked about
"Where's
it."
the couch?
The stream's called Where's the Couch?
There was multiple camera tests.
Yeah. Pete got angry.
Gus tried for an hour to make that look like a couch.
I demanded my single chair.
Oh my God.
And I've got it.
Is that what's happening? So where is the couch then?
It's over there.
Where you were for 6 hours.
The whole time.
You were next to it.
It's behind the wall there.
Wow. What a world.
To be in your brain for a day. Just a day, it's all I ask.
That was just as we went live and you started talking. I looked over there. I was like, huh.
The fuck?
Peter's on a wheelie chair.
He wanted more rotational axes for his many tasks.
It's true.
Isn't that
I don't.
right, Peter?
Rotational axis.
Watch the post show for the
Post show.
Yeah, we'll explain what. Yeah,
Post show
explain
why
the
this
post
is
show.
happening.
We'll explain that in joke in the post show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
But to Steph as well, I feel. Because you weren't part of that conversation, so I wasn't. That
Wasn't I?
You might have been.
Oh, you were there for the entire conversation. You actually led the meeting.
You were there for the. You helped me move the couch.
You was asleep on the couch as we. Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell, but I wrote the intro very close to the beginning of the show.
No, that was seamless.
Thank you
Nicholas.
very much.
The scream of "fuck" as we went live. Yeah, really gave it away.
Really was very, very
It was
close.
like, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Welcome to another episode of Back Pocket, everybody. We're excited to have you here. I'm excited to be here. Steph, we are here.
We are, I think.
Fantastic.
As far as I can tell.
Leah Malua is here for the first time chatting.
Love a first time
Welcome
chatting.
out of
What did
the lurk.
they say?
Opened
Something
with a
sassy?
Hey-o.
The lurk
Hey-o.
circ? Did I just coin a new term?
The lurk, sir.
The lurk circ? People who hang out lurking, they're just in the lurk circ. The
Lurk
circle of
circ?
Lurkers.
Like
Oh,
a
A circle
like a
lurk.
circle
yeah,
lurk.
the
Yeah.
circle lurk.
Yeah. That's where a bunch of lurkers hang out.
Yeah.
Jerk each
Tell
other
the big
off.
circle
Steph,
lurk.
wine?
Please.
What is happening over here? That's not a cork. That is not a
Can you
cork.
show me the wine for a sec? It is
Nick,
very
Nick.
pale.
Oh.
That is almost.
I know.
clear.
It
I
is-
was
It is
impressed.
almost water, isn't
I
it?
think it is water.
Maybe
Wow.
it's
That's going to be dry as
It
fuck.
might be because the
$22
glass
or
is
something
blue.
though, so
Let's
it's good
find out.
water.
Nick, show overarm.
That's a Voss. Overarm.
There it is. There we go.
Up a bit.
Bonjour.
Is that with a question? Hello?
S'il vous plaît, voulez-vous coucher
Hello.
avec
Avec
wine?
Chardonnay.
Ce soir?
Ce
The French
That's-
love cricket, don't they?
They do.
They're all about
I think I said, shall we?
We have three.
Shall we have 3 wines
Chardonnay,
tonight?
please?
Lovely. I do like
Steph, lift your glass, please.
what is happening.
Higher,
over here.
higher. Good
Yeah,
pour.
that's still, that is
So pale.
That is pale.
Che-
Cheers.
Cheers. On my screen. Oh, yeah.
Over here.
What the fuck?
A disaster all round.
Because you were watching on camera.
Oh, God.
Cheers as opposed to watching the cheers.
Hang on your side.
On mine? Oh, God. Fuck, you're gonna... I'm terrified Master Chief's just
Oh, no, that's-
rifle
no,
up
that's
my
lovely.
beer.
I remember once a friend of mine was doing her makeup for a party or something, and I was just like, "You've got to put more on," and she was like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because it just like when in all the photos, it's just gonna wash it out." And she was like, "But I don't care what it looks like in photos. I care what it looks like in real life." And I was like, "What?"
No one's paying you to be in real life. Wow.
Wow.
How long ago
Lesson
was
learned.
this?
The before times. I would
Really?
say.
Oh wow, you were photos even then?
Well, because I was big into like emo
What the
stuff,
hell are the
and I
before
had
times?
before I knew you all.
Before
Oh, right,
before
okay.
like her career and
Yeah. I was right
When she was
before
a
I
filthy nobody.
yeah.
right before I started on Good Game, I was going through a hardcore like emo phase. I
Yeah.
had, like scenes to phase. I had
Yeah,
like
fuck
massive black
Yeah, me too.
hair extensions and really thick black makeup.
Yeah, me
I spent a lot of time on it, so I liked taking photos of my makeup.
Yeah, okay, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Plus, you can never wear too much makeup when you're emo.
True.
It hides the pain, Gus.
More is more.
That's why you draw the tears on.
No, that's when you kill someone.
Murder a man.
Yeah.
Prison. That's prison.
I have a phone call to make.
I need 3 tattoos of teardrops. Stat.
Oh my god!
What
quick.
a twist.
I must know.
Who do you reckon out of the
I get a big anime tear, one of the long ones down the whole cheek.
That just means you're
That's-
horny.
Yeah.
Ah,
you
yeah.
just
Well,
like-
then
That's like
I have a
freaking
phone
out
call to
'cause
make.
A girl just dropped something in the hall.
Oh, that's
in front of you.
that's a blood nose one,
What?
isn't it?
What?
They get a blood nose in anime a lot of the time.
Do they?
Yeah,
thought this
that's
was-
totally a thing. Don't call me out on this. This is when they get like aroused. They what's happening over here?
I'm doing a clever change.
All right.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm not getting a blood nose.
Should I cut away and not come back?
No, it's okay. It's not hard. It's just like Cirque du Soleil. It's
I have a feeling this is going to be our worst show
no,
yet.
it's fun. It's fun.
Okay.
Watch. This is amazing.
Watch, she says.
Okay.
All right.
This is going to go as well as your bath stream, Gus.
Oh yeah, that's going to happen. Oh, Steph.
Yeah, it's fine. TOA.
Are you taking something off, putting something on?
She turned it around. It's on her back now.
Are you wearing it back to front?
No.
And out comes a baby deer.
Oh my god, it's going the whole way round?
What the fuck?
What did you just do?
Those tights?
Are those tights?
It was my undershirt.
Hey! All right, the show, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be auctioning that off for charity. Here
All right.
at the Moulin Rouge.
I'm ready for the single.
Oh no.
I was just
He's beaning.
I would do something.
Isn't it
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I was just too hot, but then I would get in trouble if I decided to leave camera and do stuff. So I was
I
doing my
needed a
That's
on-
true.
prop
on
pair of underwear to
screen.
come
Wow.
up to.
Yeah.
quick change.
Top pair of Manscaped.
Hey.
Oh
hey,
my
I'm
god.
not getting paid for that anymore.
I know, but
Did
you
you
know.
just give yourself a wedgie at that moment? Because that was a jerk. Like it was a serious.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
They're quite stretchy. They're the stretchier of my undies.
Is that good?
I don't
know,
think so.
but it helped. It was
Stretchy
okay for that.
undies? I don't know if you want
I
that.
don't, yeah, it's a weird
you-
feeling.
In order to be able to sufficiently, stretch over the massive.
The bath knocking over
That
bath
wine
accessories.
has gone straight.
I've not touched it yet.
Seriously,
I
one
have
sip
not
of
taken a
water
sip.
and you're stripping on the show. and
Oh, the
talking
post
about
show's gonna
the
suck
enormous
compared to
bowl.
the
In
real
my
show.
defense, Gus was talking about his massive penis earlier. So I was referencing
was
a
he?
former,
No,
a former
no.
conversation.
I was talking about Gus's massive penis earlier,
see.
and Gus was saying that's a mighty piece of wood, and we weren't sure whether or not he was talking about his
And we never will.
bath tray.
Caddy?
Caddy?
Caddy.
Oh, see, you say caddy. Caddy sounds cheap. I would say like
My bath plank?
your bath plank.
I got a
Sounds
bath
little
plank.
cheaper
Yeah.
than caddy. for
Yeah,
sure.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome everybody to the show.
Did you spill again?
No, I laughed as I drank.
Okay.
I'm just surprised that you see.
Front
Okay, so
widget.
how do I put this? So, you, I won't say what it was, but you turned up to a thing that we did a couple of days ago
Oh my god.
when you came to the hotel that Pete and I stayed at.
Mm-hmm.
You were wearing a hoodie,
Mm-hmm.
and I looked at the hoodie. I was like, huh, that's like a free hoodie that someone gave you that
Mhm.
you're wearing.
Mhm.
And then you're also wearing the Manscaped undies.
Mhm.
This is like a thing for you?
Hobo chic.
that I will wear what I'm given, not for sponsorship, but out of necessity. Yes.
Yeah. Is it like, do you do laundry once a week? Is Manscaped in your normal rotation?
We all got a pair.
We
and
did,
It's gone in
yeah,
my
yeah.
rotation, and I put it on today because it's a little longer than my usuals. It's pretty chilly in Sydney.
They are
Gives me that
boxers,
little.
Or they boxer briefs.
They're boxer briefs.
Okay,
they're
they
a little
were
longer.
briefs. Okay, yeah.
They're shorter now
I was
because
gonna say, does anyone wear boxers anymore?
no.
Remember when you wore
Like,
boxers?
It's just, that's a lot of fabric.
silky
to kind
boxers?
Of,
Oh, I
and
think
boxers were fine in the 90s when people wore really baggy clothes.
pants.
That's
But
true.
now that we live in a skinny jean era, to wear boxers,
Too
you're
much
kind
running
of
up.
you're tucking a lot of fabric into tighter pants.
Yeah.
El Bueno points out corporate shill. I was wearing a Game On Cancer hoodie, so there you go.
Yeah, exactly. And he's wearing a brand next to his testicles. So like, how?
No one can see it except for
Except for his select several.
I once wore silk boxers to school, post show. I will not finish that story.
So okay, so let me get this straight. The post show is A,
We gotta keep it
explaining why you groped Pete.
Yep.
B, the boxer story, and C,
Something else.
just before the show started, Gus realized that there is an Instagram message request tab.
Fuck. If there's ever
And-
been a night to sign up to the post show, it's tonight.
And so he got
Sexy.
he started going through the list of the requests, and some of the normal bullshit is in there. I'm not going to spoil the thing, but there is a thing in there that we
collectively screamed.
literally screamed when Gus read it out to us. So-
And I will write a reply live on the post
Yes.
show with your help, audience.
because technically, like, nothing's changed.
nothing's changed.
Nothing's
Could
changed.
still work. Could still work. We'll see what happens.
Nothing's changed.
However many weeks later.
We'll post show, Stephanie. We'll post. Don't cut to them now.
I'll cut to us. We'll have a conversation about.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
And yeah, just before we do get on with
Yeah.
video games, silk boxer shorts. It was what? Like I had ones with like I think Daffy Duck were on them at some point.
Yeah.
Like
There was always a
so
Yosemite Sam
uncomfortable.
pair.
Yeah, you know
Horrible.
Nick fucks walking around in Daffy Duck's boxer shorts.
Yeah.
And also, like, that's a
quack,
material
quack,
that, like,
motherfuck.
absorbs the
Duck
worst
season,
body
Nick
odor,
season.
I would say.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Because it actually not only traps it, but it encourages it. Like cotton and bamboo, they breathe. Silk is like germs are attracted to it.
Reese is on it. Daffy fucks.
Daffy fucks. There you go. That's what we're talking about.
Nice.
Oh dear. So yeah.
Okay, good.
Patreon sign up to get the post show because I'm actually like we've never had this much material. That's just for people who don't know when we kept saying you should sign up for the post show. That's how you get access if you're not already following us over on Patreon. Head over there now and find out the plethora of messages that are in there and etc.
I'm fine. We should get on with the show because we've got so
Yeah.
much in this show.
We do.
We've got so much at the
Stacked
post show, and I need to be out by 10:30.
All right.
Crikey.
All right.
Just saying what you've been playing. Brought to you by BuriBuri. I'll tell you who walks around in silk boxer shorts.
Ones that have little gavels on them.
Ooh, I like that.
Or other lawyer things.
BuriBuri, do you make your husband wear a wig in the bedroom? One of those curly barista wigs.
Yep.
One foam latte, I'll allow it.
Cool.
I'll allow it. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Send me a message and let me know. Thank you very much, BuriBuri, for your continued support, despite, I would say, the genuine
continued
efforts of
harassment.
your employer to stop you being associated and your mother with this show. Okay, good. Who are we starting off with? Gus.
Me.
Tell me a little something about what you've been playing.
Sure thing. I have, like many people, rushed off to the cinemas to see a blockbuster movie that is Top Gun Maverick. It's heaps of fun. I'll leave it at that. But I needed to, in the way that I used to love, I still do, going and seeing a movie and you come out of a cinema and you want to do the thing that was in the movie.
Yeah.
And I remember being a little kid and going and seeing an action film and you come out and you're like, you do spinning kicks in the lobby or whatever. And like, and that's what I wanted from Top Gun Maverick. And fortunately, Microsoft Flight Simulator decided to partner one of the most like, you know, I would say simulator, serious, very subdued, very ultra realistic.
Simmer's sim.
Sim has gone hard on the bundled free DLC that you can get, which is Top Gun Maverick
it's
DLC.
free.
It is free.
God, you're doing it.
You're doing it.
doing
You can download this if you've got. Bless you. I
I'm
believe
just a collection of explosions tonight.
We've only seen the top half so far. Let's keep
those
it there.
Those silk boxes are not doing well. I think Flight Sim is free on Game Pass.
It is.
It is. And so, yeah, this is free DLC.
Oh, pull up.
Pull up. And it consists of a number of challenges. There are 3, maybe just 2 new aircraft, including the F-45?
I guess it's
FA-18?
an F-18.
FA-18, but not the F-14, the Tomcat.
OG.
The OG. So I think it is just this one, which is Maverick's fighter of choice. And there is also the Dark Star experimental stratospheric Mark 10 monstrosity spy
from the
plane
movie?
from the movie as well.
Spoilers for the film.
Spoilers for the first 10 minutes of the film. And so what you get is a series of tutorials, I should say, on how to take off and do some basic maneuvers in this jet. But the most interesting part are the challenges, which there are 6 low-altitude challenges. Maybe 5. Different maps, different areas, pre-designated areas of the world in which you need to travel to the goal at the lowest altitude as possible in the shortest amount of time. It isn't actually like a canyon in particular or any set route. It is basically like a wide
canyon at all.
No, but even the ones that have,
That's
there isn't a
fjord.
distinct path. Like in the film, there is a lot of canyon flying. It is not like you are given one canyon to fly
Spoilers?
through. No. There's a lot of low altitude flying, but in this, it is just like you'll get a mountain range and you have to get to the other side in the shortest amount of time, but also the lowest altitude. So flying in a canyon is the best way
In
to
just
do that.
regular Microsoft Flight Sim, I tried to fly a jet under the hub bridge and it did not go well. Flying low is hard.
It really is. So in this, you'll be doing all those tight maneuvers, and if you crash, you do get a penalty to your time. And yeah, it's the most arcadey thing in the game currently because it has a 3, 2, 1 off you start, and you are a challenge list at the end. Sorry, a leaderboard at the end that you're competing with people for times and points. So it's great.
How much faster are jet fighters from commercial planes? Because I'm not getting a huge sense of speed from this. Did it
You
feel
don't, though.
fast?
I don't think you do.
But I'm sure it's realistic in how fast it's going. Which is
it's
probably
weird. Like compared to say the movie, you're not doing these like really, really hard fast turns. Not that kind of stuff. I got into it a bit later on, and I worked out how to get some sharp turns by doing this sort of crossover maneuver where you flip over to pull down faster over hills and stuff. But it definitely feels fast if you've been playing a lot of Flight Sim because of how regular the speed is of all the aircraft you have there. So it is fun. It is not arcadey. It is still in a sim.
No.
And it is still replicating. You black out if you pull too many negative
Really?
Gs and all that kind of... You just saw
Your
that there.
pilot blacks out.
I just blacked out there. If we scrub back maybe just like
I saw you crash. I
10
just thought
seconds,
you.
and then I
Control.
I black out, and then I unblack out. I black in. But so here, you watch.
Post show, guys.
I black out. I wake up. I'm staring at a mountain, and I
Oh,
crash.
God.
But
That's
it's
the danger, isn't
Yeah, and then you have to
it's
eat
as
your
arcadey as
co-pilot.
it's as arcadey as it can get, and it is it's pretty fun. I missed that.
Have you guys watched the Norm Macdonald special?
No,
Not yet.
Okay. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
Sounds good.
There's a great bit about when you crash in the Andes and how you need to manage eating your
Eating
co-pilot. Yeah. Cool. It looks good.
Look, it is fun once the initial reaction is that's exactly what happened there.
Amazing.
Once you get over the fact that it doesn't feel like an arcade game, you then need to kind of relearn how to fly in a flight sim with a serious fast jet, and you can find the fun in there. The other challenge mission they have here is landing on an aircraft carrier, which is
Cool.
super stressful and really good fun. There is only just the one carrier that you land on. There's a calling the ball thing here where you need to keep that yellow marker in the spot, which is what they have on... Yeah, it's a simulator. It's what they would actually
Not
be
a
doing.
lot of runway.
It's really not, and I failed, I think, 3 times here, and that's a cool little one. And again, like a friend of mine who trained to be an Air Force pilot, I finished it, I actually landed, and I got 900 points, and he has 6,000 points, and I was like, what did he do so much better to land on it properly with all the right trajectory, that kind of
Does
stuff?
it pump 80s tunes?
So-
when you
It does actually use a bunch of music from the score, which
What?
are kind of like the score is the
That's
it doesn't have Danger Zone or any licensed
but
music.
that's
But
still,
does it have the Top Gun theme?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
it has it on the loading screen. It has it when the
Come
when it
on.
takes off, and it has actually, Will, if you put the
Kelly
music up-
McGillis?
I think I landed
Doesn't
here.
have Harry
If we
McGillis.
listen to the bit of the music here, or if we roll back maybe just 30 seconds, Will, it's just high tension. Like
Oh, yeah.
you can hear those.
Oh yeah.
It's like the music when Cougar comes down in the first film and is freaking out and that kind of
He
stuff.
lost the edge, man.
The music, he lost the edge, man. He had it in his wings. It's super stressful every time, and you get little like pull up. You're coming in low, and it's very stressful but very exciting. And it's one of the fun things to do with a sim to try and get it right. I don't know. Just taking off a 747 and
Yeah.
landing is
Yeah,
not fun
no,
for me,
that's
but
cool.
doing this was super stressful.
I want to see it again.
And
I want to see it again.
It all culminates in the other mission they do, which is you fly. If we check the other clip, Will, thanks. You fly this, which is the Dark Star plane from the beginning of the film, where you were trying to reach Mark 10 in a real stealth plane where you have no view outside of the cockpit. You are fully flying with instruments. You fly from the western coast of America, from China Lake to Cape Canaveral. You actually fly in real time from one side of America to the other at the speed that this thing would do it in. It takes 35 minutes.
Wow.
I completed it. You have to reach Mach 9 by actually flying up, and you have to, and this is apparently how they would do it, you hit the stratosphere, you have to at points...
What?
You have to invert as you're climbing and start coming back down just to pick up enough speed that then when you turn back the right way around, you're going progressively faster because there's less atmosphere and you are fucking flying over the Earth. It is one of the most amazing things I've ever experienced in a game. It feels and looks... Sorry, I should say not feels. It looks kind of dull, but I'm in there with all these instruments, and there is, if we play a little bit of the music, Will, if you hear, there are notes of the score from the opening. This kind of ethereal, you are at the highest point. I nearly fucking cried.
One
I was like,
small step
I looked down and I know that this is Flight Sim. That is the real America. I am one-to-one flying.
This is the real America.
That's Lincoln's America.
But I am not flying over an approximation or a Death Stranding shrunken version. This is the full size of America, and I'm flying across it.
35 minutes. Wow.
So what happened,
I'm so
Steph, is
attracted to you, right?
I did not plan to finish this mission. I took off. I thought it'd just be fun. I thought it would get really boring really quickly because you're getting little prompts in the top right.
Was it giving you those instructions about how you do it?
Top right, it is giving you kind of vague instructions like, now reach this height and take this heading and get to this speed. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try one or two, and then I'll just quit to the menu and come back. I got 30 minutes into it, and Will, if we scrub forward to when I re-enter the atmosphere and come down at Cape Canaveral, I was like, surely you just fly over Cape Canaveral and it says, well done, here's your score.
Oh, you gotta land it.
You
baby.
gotta land that thing.
Yeah.
And at that point, I was like, well, I've come this far. I am not redoing this mission ever again. So I need to get this
I'm not
landing.
going across Lincoln's America again.
And so suddenly, and we'll swell the bit of the music here, all the instructions in the top right are like, landing gear down, make sure at this speed, angle nose down, all the stuff that I'm too stressed to do.
Look at it.
It's stunning, as
Wow.
Flight Sim should be.
Perfect
And
time
Will,
of
if you
day.
just jump, thanks, just a little bit more.
Yeah. Look at the reflections in the water. Lovely.
Again, it's the score from the film. Your heart just moves into your mouth as you would. I was literally on the edge of my seat, thinking, if I screw this up, I'm going to be so disappointed in myself, and I'm not going to go try again.
Yeah.
And this isn't actually my footage. This is someone else's, but it's the exact play
Because I exploded too.
into a great bowl of fire.
If you look just out to the left, you see where I put my
And then
Can you take this plane and land it on the pyramids of Giza?
you can't do that, but you can take these aircraft and fly them around the world. So you could, in theory, get this thing up to Mark 10.
theory land on the pyramids of Giza.
Landing on the pyramids? Sure, give it
A
a
real
shot.
pilot could. Your buddy probably could.
I landed my plane at Neuschwanstein.
There you go.
There you go. And so just a bit of the music here, Will. I was thinking, if I stuff this up, and just at that moment, the music swells, the sun was setting. It was one of the most
You say
triumphant.
goodbye to your loved ones before the plane explodes.
Pretty much, but it was it really felt like I played a bit of Flight Sim, and nothing's really put me into that vehicle and made me feel impressed by it.
Beautiful.
But this was
You're
amazing.
so right in that it's like it's half of it is what we're seeing
Smooth.
in the game, and the other half of it is having a cinema score behind you.
100%.
That
And
is
it's such a
so
Yeah,
emotive,
oh,
isn't it?
totally.
it's such a subtle
Makes you
one in
feel
this that
so
you just get meh, 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 just those notes. You're like, oh my god, it's Top Gun. And so yeah, it is not a thrilling mission in the way it's designed, but it felt like an accomplishment that it's the longest I've flown in that game and the biggest distance I've covered.
I love that. See, because I feel like you're very imaginative when you play these kinds of games. You get wrapped up in the sort of like, like I'm doing this mission once and blah blah blah. And I feel like the music is so appropriate to you. Of like, this must be what it's like playing video games with Gus. Is like you have the cinema score that you perfectly cue to the moment that you and
Yeah.
me playing this game, it's like it's two women who are two like bottles of white wine in going, they found the body of the hitchhiker.
Banjo pulling on your arm. I lost another tooth, and you're like, Daddy's trying to fly across the stratosphere.
Daddy's listening to his murder story.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, so it's worth checking out if you play a bit of Flight Sim. It's a fun reason to get back in. And again, the arcade stuff in the challenges and the low altitude stuff is the most fun I've had in Flight Sim because it's a jet. It's good fun.
Beautiful.
So that is Top Gun Maverick DLC for Flight Sim.
Let's say it's free, but I'm definitely going to buy $500 worth of flight stick to play it.
Yeah. That's going to come home. Don't come in. So that's heaps of fun. And then I thought I would also make myself feel very old by checking out that Season 3 of Fortnite
Me
dropped.
too.
And this is Season 3 called Vibin'. I'm not going to lie. I looked at the marketing material and it sold me. It's like...
It's like vaporwave.
They've gone for like
chicken summer.
vaporwave Coachella chill party vibes, and they've added what I think is a heap of stuff. I don't know by Fortnite standards if it's a lot. They've done.
I don't know when the map got reworked, but it's a different map than the last time I played
Feels
Fortnite.
very different from when I last played it. Basically, there's a bunch of new points of interest. It's all sort of focused around a very party, fun, fairgrounds, music festival element. Darth Vader and Indiana Jones are the two characters joining the Battle Pass.
Vader, what have they done to you?
There's this underground rave cave. Like, none of this stuff drew
The
me
rave
in.
cave's amazing.
It does look cool when you're in
I
there.
found it today.
Yeah. And I would say gameplay-wise...
Were you no building?
I didn't actually play no build, but I do want to go in and do a no build map because I went relatively okay, and it was nice to still feel okay at this game. But that said, there is so much happening as a distraction on a gameplay level, on a mechanical level, that is really like distracting. I don't want to sound like a whingy old man, but I do miss Fortnite 1.0 kind of just, you're on the island and you need to focus
Is this
on...
no build mode?
There's not no build mode. No.
Still not. And...
What?
The
More
question
what?
was asked.
Hey, buddy.
Sorry, I was
You were
engrossed.
enraptured with
I was
Vibe
engrossed.
and Island.
Yeah. The biggest takeaways are there are two big new points of interest, the party carnival area and a big kind of like a big mana tree growing in an area. And mechanically, the main things they've added with a bunch of rideable mounts and this ball thing you can fly around in, you can now plant seeds to plant your own saplings of these trees that grow epic berries, but they carry over between rounds. So if you get one of these seeds and you plant it somewhere in the map, when you go into another game later on,
Your
and
tree's there.
if you go to that spot, your tree is still there growing. You then need to weed it by killing the weeds around it, and you'll grow epic berries that when you pluck will give you like epic gear.
Wait, are they persistent from game to game?
Yes.
From your perspective.
But it can't just be from your perspective if the tree can be used as cover.
Correct. So, well,
Like that's
Can it be used as cover? Maybe it can't be.
Is it just low?
it's a little sap.
Oh, so okay.
Sorry, it's not a huge tree.
Also,
but
Rob
I-
Dog, thank you for your first message. And yes, there is a no build mode in Fortnite.
There is, Steph. And you,
But
but
this isn't it, apparently.
I did run into some other people's saplings, and they had the epic berries, and I stole them and got the loot. So
You could
it's
steal other people's berries.
you can steal other people's berries.
What has the world become?
So look, it's all cool. It's just a lot. There's a lot of bloat, I think, in the way that this game has just... I mean, maybe not bloat's the right word, but there's just so much happening.
But I guess for people who are playing this
Totally.
as their only game,
Yes.
it's like,
Coming back into it is a weird
hanging out for
experience.
all
I
the new
booted this
stuff.
up today and I was like, fuck, I wish I stayed with Fortnite. To have been on the journey of this game of... I mean, I say this every single time I dip into Fortnite, but to have been like just following how this game has evolved, like in getting excited about this stuff because I jumped in because I think the thing I disagree with, there is a ton of stuff in this that I have no idea what's going on. But I played 3 games today. I got a victory royale on the 3rd game.
Nice.
In that one, I forgot I was playing a battle royale for 80% of that run when I found that underground rave cave thing and was actually just having fun completing missions, upgrading things, purchasing items from gold bars that I'd carried from the game before. And then it wasn't until me and the randos I was playing with emerged from the cave and started getting shot at that I was like, fuck, that's right. We're in Battle Royale. And then like had to hunker down and actually like play the game. And to me, that's really, I don't know, like I was playing it, I finished playing and then I saw that I've got, had like a notification on my friends list. And it was like a bunch of viewers and stuff who had added me since the last time I played Fortnite. And I just went, add. So I was like, maybe I'll keep playing Fortnite.
Yeah.
God, I had so much fun.
I think what I found, I agree with what
like
you're saying in the way that I want to go and check out all these new features that the game has offered. And I'm assuming maybe I can go and play not a passive mode, but a non-Battle Royale mode. Because what if I want to go check out the fun park or speak to the NPCs and do their missions and stuff?
Does it still have the PvE mode?
No,
I think they retired the
thing is gone.
The build because the zombies and stuff.
Is there a non-Battle Royale mode then?
There's creative.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
just
Run
enter the
around.
map. Yeah. Okay.
I
thought
don't think
creative
you
was
enter
like-
the map. You enter a hub zone.
Yes.
You can
My
start a
understanding-
private game apparently.
Okay, yeah.
So
Right.
you could do that.
My
Okay.
understanding of creative was it was like user-built things.
Yes,
and
yes,
the
it
ones
is.
that I played were awful.
Yes.
So-
but you enter like a hub zone that has like these are some featured games and shit that you can go do.
Yeah.
But it's not like run around the island.
But as for this new island or new working of the island, it has all these added features. There's so much stuff. There's things at every corner that I want to check out. And I'm too stressed because I'm in a battle royale. So I see that there's a boat race and I'm like, I'd love to go down there and do that. But I'm highly strung that someone has a scope trained on my head the whole time.
Yeah.
And because it is such an infuriating feeling in a battle royale to just out of nowhere get taken out. And you're like, I didn't even know they were there. It's
guess-
why that it is fun to do that on the other end of the rifle. But it's sort of, I find it like, I can't enjoy the fun this game is trying to sell me. This carnival level of like, joyfulness of all the NPCs all the players getting along because we're in a battle royale for God's sakes.
I
It's
guess
like,
if you're playing enough Fortnite, you lose that sense of stress because it's like there's always going to be another game because you're playing so much.
That's
of it.
true, yeah.
And that's when people kind of give themselves over to the, you know what, this time I'm just going to like have fun with boats on the thing, and if I win,
I'm going to go and feed all the wolves so I can ride on them, and if I get shot, I get shot. Whereas if I get shot and die, I'm like, damn it, I didn't
Feed
win.
the wolves?
Yeah, if you throw the wolves meat, you can ride them.
shit,
So they've
I
added
shot
that,
the
and it's the first mounts or rideables in the game that you have full weapon and abilities
You can use them.
usage while you're riding it around. It has a finite amount of stamina that I think you can replenish with meat. And so, yeah, there's so many little things that they've added. And props to them. It's amazing that there is still this stuff.
Props to Epic.
I was so overwhelmed when I was in it that I was like, I can't experience all of this and play a battle royale.
That's so interesting
yeah.
because I have the opposite feeling, but you play more battle royales than I do. And you would think it would be the opposite. But for me, I was vibing like the whole time and then remembered I'm in a battle royale. We should play.
Totally.
Because like I had a ton of fun actually.
Yeah, but you're going to be like, look at this. And I'll be like, Nick, make sure you're healed up. Take this ammo. Get to the hill. Get to the high area.
Get to the hill.
My issue with this game for me is that I'm so stressed about being in gunfights that I feel like I'm constantly looking for a better gun to give myself the best chance. And so I'm always looking down and I look up and I can see that everyone's having a gunfight over a hill. And I'm like, I'll be there in just a second.
Yeah.
I think this one is, yep, this one's better. And then I'm like running up the hill.
It's strange in the sense that like I want to play it super seriously, but I forgot my point.
Do you want to try again with all your friends and have a really good time?
The no build thing. I'm genuinely.
No.
We're up.
I did remember as I was playing this halfway through, I panicked and hit the build button and was like, oh, fuck yeah, there's building in this, which I'm terrible at doing.
Oh, yeah,
and I was trying to work out how to build and I start dancing. I'm like, fuck you, Fortnite. I'm too old for this. But this is me trying to build one platform. This is how slow at it I am. So I am really excited.
I know it's the character, but literally like bringing out the instruction manual of like.
Mine's the only character actually reading it. I'm really excited that they have
Nice.
lent
That's a
into.
good platform, though. That's a good platform.
Yeah, well, that they've lent into no build because it's always been a big turn off for me watching the people who are good at building.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Yeah,
no.
No build was fun. Yeah.
So
It's insane.
yeah, I'm super envious of the people who, as you said, Nick, have gone along this journey and who know all the lore or who are just enjoying the evolution. There is an area in
There's no lore.
there totally is.
It's fucking Superman versus Darth Vader.
No, you're wrong. There's
not
there's
lore.
the
No,
singularity.
there's a
The
story.
singularity is
Yeah,
flip the
The
island.
Rock is there as
There's
someone-
characters that do all that. The interesting thing is, the one I remember was Tilted Towers was a town in the original that then everyone was like, it's going to get destroyed, and eventually it got destroyed. And it's like, they changed the map, and now they do this. And
For
it's like,
ages, I heard people
Wow.
using the word tilted, and I thought they were talking about like slang for like, oh, they got really upset about something.
Yeah.
Isn't that a word?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
sure that's
Probably.
why
I
they named it
it
that.
was ages before I realized tilted was an actual location in Fortnite.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
Well, the Fortnite kids.
everyone's
really
always
hard
landing
on
at
this word,
Tilted. It got
tilted.
destroyed. It's being rebuilt in the game. There's like construction
Yeah.
happening.
Wow.
And there's an area that I think might be sponsored by The Block, the show, where if you go in there and you build...
No. Yeah, but I know the one.
The
you're talking
block?
about. The block. Yeah.
The logo looks the same.
No.
Oh, okay. But if you go, the idea is if you build something on that,
Mm.
and then you either screen cap it or you send it to Epic, you go in the running for them to build that thing there permanently.
Yeah.
So people are racing
cool.
to a location to build something and send it to Epic and be like,
That's amazing. There's so
Yeah.
much stuff going on, isn't there? There's
so
like,
that's the stuff I find amazing, and I will play more to try and understand it all. But yeah,
in terms of like generating engagement, that's like
it's very good.
very clever.
It's kind of
We
vibey.
should play a game before the time zone appropriate stream tomorrow.
Sure.
Let's just ease into it a little bit. Yeah, the four of us will be waiting, just not doing anything. The three of us.
In the
Nice.
morning?
Yeah, in the morning.
It's too early to Fortnite. I'm not vibing.
But does that mean
Roll
that
checks.
bad people will be on and will do well?
maybe.
Yep.
Isn't
We're
it
bad
like
people.
mostly bots anyway? Like that's how it.
I love
gives
bots.
you-
Possibly.
and
Bots are great.
not to talk shit, but like that's
no,
how it
no.
gives you like it gives you a win
false
by
sense.
going like
Hopefully.
let's make it.
I think-
There's
I-
like
I think-
60% bots in a
it does-
server,
doesn't it-
just so you get some kills and stuff and feel more inclined to go back, as opposed to PUBG is full
But
of
how
bots
long does
'cause
it
there's
do
no
that for? Is
players.
it like your first couple of games, or is that?
Probably
I
races
think
you
I
need
think
to
it's
play.
based on
Mean.
skill-based matchmaking. Like
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
I did come second in my second match, and I was like, that's probably a little too good to be true. So
All right, Fortnite.
Yeah.
Love it. Pete.
Fortnite, I'm just flustered by what I just saw.
Yeah.
I played a game that's just come out of beta called The Cycle, and it has entered. Frontier is, I believe, what the first season is called, but it's in pre-season. It's basically it's PvPvE in like an Escape from Tarkov kind of vibe, but it's a sci-fi, much more Apex Legends-y designed
Yeah, cool.
kind of game. It's getting very mixed reviews, but a lot of the negative reviews that I saw were it's still got some of the bugs from the beta, and they launched it, and it's like, okay, I mean, every game has bugs, and this, from what I've played so far, feels pretty tight. It is I haven't played much Escape from Tarkov, but you basically get sent into a map. You can choose a normal map or a hard map, and I think the hard map has more intense PvE as well as players who are more competent. So only the hardcore players are in the hard mode, and then there's it's a different map as well. So I think it's a more kind of gnarly map, more biohazards and stuff like that. This map is the normal map. There's buildings around. You go in with objectives from different factions, and so you're completing faction objectives, and then you're evacing.
what are the E in the PvPvE?
Aliens,
Okay, right.
like weird creatures and stuff.
Yeah.
And then everyone else is like humanoid.
Mm-hmm.
You go and you can complete your missions, and you might complete a mission and evac in 2 minutes. Like you might just go like, oh, I need to mine something. Like
Oh,
it's
right.
super early missions. I just need to mine something and then get out.
Mm-hmm.
If you die in the battlefield, you basically lose everything. There is a system of insuring your gear, so you can spend in-game currency to insure your gear, and there's 2 different ways you can insure your gear. One is like you're guaranteed to get it back, but it's more costly, and the other is like you might salvage some of your stuff when you get
Is there
back.
any way you can store stuff, or is it like you only
Yeah.
everything you have you're carrying it on you? So if you die, you lose
No,
it all.
So you finish a mission, you evac. This is me building the character after that tutorial. You go back to the hub world. The hub world has the factions and it has like a home base. You have a room that you can upgrade and like, you know, it's totally taken a lot of leaves out of the Fortnite book of going like, let people express themselves in the game.
Nice.
You can design your room. You can, you know, design yourself.
That's cool.
And there's like, I think all the purchasable items are like, there's SMGs in the game, but you could buy a skin for SMGs that just applies to all SMGs.
Yep.
It's like a sick looking skin.
And is it like Escape from Tarkov where it's like you encounter another player, it's instantly a firefight and you die? Or are you like forging alliances with people?
Well, it's like, I mean, it's PvP in that like you're making that decision, but most people are on the trigger out of protecting themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think there was proximity chat, and that's the kind of thing that typically there probably is. I just didn't look into it. I would be surprised if there isn't really, because that's the kind of thing that facilitates all those interesting stories that came out of games like DayZ.
Yeah.
And you see clips from Escape from Tarkov as well of people negotiating,
Yeah.
as opposed to risking all the stuff that they have, going like, I can hear you on the other side of the wall. Let's talk this out.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Something
leave
you
something
need.
on the floor in here, and
Yeah.
I'm going to leave from the other side of the room.
Yeah.
You come in and get it in 2 minutes, and then we'll all go our separate ways.
Yeah.
So what I've played of it so far, I found quite enjoyable. I guess I am worried that the objective stuff, like it's nice to have an incentive to be there and to not engage. If you hear someone, you can die really easily, and it's very costly, so you don't want to die. But also it's fun to hunt people. So like you can like in Escape from Tarkov, and what was it called, the Hunt Showdown? Was
Hunt
that the
Showdown,
Crytek
yeah.
one?
Yep.
Similar kind of vibe of like you're making decisions about how aggressive you want to be, what kind of drop you've done this time. You're going in for objectives. You're just going to complete the objectives and stay hidden outside of that.
It's nothing better than a game like this that's summarized by hearing a gunshot and working out instinctively, not running towards it, going, I might run away from it. Like hearing gunfire and going, good, that's over there. Like, it's a cool
totally.
feeling in a shooter to not engage every time.
Totally. And yeah, I've only done a couple of runs, and it felt well populated in that sense of going like, I'm doing my own thing, and then I hear a gunshot and I'm like, oh shit, yeah, there are other players.
Yeah.
Time to like focus up, bunker down somewhere.
Yeah.
And
is there like a party system, or is it like completely solo and you can just meet up with people like you can in DayZ? You try and find each other, and
I'm pretty sure
be a
there's
group?
a duos mode. I didn't look into it too much. I kind of just
okay.
like got thrown into the tutorial and played
But
the first few
theoretically, we
rounds.
could play on the same server and find each other. And
Yeah,
Even if you're not directly in a party or a quad or
yeah.
a duo.
That was another thing I
And
saw
then-
in negative reviews was like people playing in the solo playlist encountering duos because people can get on Discord and just happen into the same server, and then they're working together.
yeah,
That's a great thing to occur. That's if they can organize that and get together.
I mean, yeah.
More power to
it
them.
ruins the game for someone, but those two had a great time.
I want to be those two.
When I just killed this guy and they get biofoamed.
Like
So like I was just like, is that person,
Stasis-y.
what happened? There was like the crosshair went red, so that was the indication that the kill happened. But that's them, and then all their gear just like blew out of them.
Lovely.
So that was all their stuff, and I can just steal it basically. I fill up my bag.
So what is biofoam?
Oh, it's just make believe.
Are they dead? Are they
science
dead?
fiction.
it's like they've stasis.
No,
while
the
they've died
the
or
character
something.
never dies. The body gets recovered.
That's
like
what I'm
in the
curious
lore
about.
of this.
Is there are they trying to make it a kind of like less violent?
I think it's more of a futuristic.
More than
kind of. It's a
more-
cool.
There's
It
a
makes
consistent character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like you don't die on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So you're home.
The biofoam.
they crack open the biofoam and see he's got 60 bullets in him and go, oh, the biofoam did
Yeah.
its work.
But your backpack is broken up into your general stuff. So you choose to take ammunition down and weapons down. And then there's like a safety part of your bag as well, which always you save, but it's a really low weight limit. So it might
covered
be,
in-
it might be
covered in
one or two.
stasis foam.
It's just your
Covered in
precious
stasis.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like one or two key items that you need for your objective or something like that. Typically you would put in there.
And roughly when you kind of like say you've died, you've lost a bunch of stuff, how long before you start to kind of fill up your bag with useful items again? How devastating is it to die and lose things?
Well, I took down like way too much ammo and stuff on my first run and died and then lost it all. So it's like, and then you need to like recoup that stuff by buying it up on the spaceship, and then you can just take that stuff down. But
yeah, okay.
it's like you choose to take weapons which weapons you want to take. You could take one, you could take none, but you will take a weapon, and you take the appropriate ammo for that weapon. So if you've got a shotgun, you're taking shotgun shells. And yeah, if you die, you just drop all that, and you'll need to rebuy it if you want that specific thing back.
And the buying back,
or you insured it before you came down.
Sure.
And you managed to recover it.
But I mean, like, how easy is it to find stuff in the world?
Oh, you're finding you're like my bag was overflowed in a 7-minute run.
Okay.
Yeah.
but not with the best gear. Just
Not with the best
bits.
gear, just with bits.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say you need to repurchase stuff back at base if you've lost it on your body out there,
Yeah.
remind me again the currencies and what are you
There
paying?
were 4 different currencies, and I didn't make sense of them.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't
how
know,
many
yeah.
of them were attached to real world money versus?
I don't know. None
Okay.
that I saw, but I'm sure some.
Yeah.
I think there was one that I was earning heaps of in-game currency, and that was like that just kept kind of coming in as you were doing faction chores and stuff. And like the missions that you do are kill this certain species and recover their like parts of them to take it
Duncans.
back, because it's like that's the science team. They want to see that, and you go and pick flowers and stuff and like
Yeah.
bring those back. And there were other things like find components. So it's like, I need to enter a base and try and find the components that are around. It's cool. It's like I'd be interested to play a fair bit more. And
Is it planned?
Escape from Tarkov is so like rough
Yeah.
that it has never really appealed to me, even though I've enjoyed DayZ and PUBG and those
This
kinds of games. It
Already
just-
visually looks like something I'd be more keen to try.
yeah.
I
I
like
like the idea of these games, more than I like battle royales and stuff like that. So I'd like to try this.
They're a cool evolution on it. I just meant, is this planned? Do you know if it's planned for free to play or was this a paid?
I
Early
believe it
access?
is free to play. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so-
don't know. I haven't done any research.
Totally. I just meant that I wonder if that will lead into the idea of what's the punishment for losing gear is either buying it with real money or
It's
waiting
grinding
timers
for
and
grinding for it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can find guns in the world.
Yeah.
And you can kill people and take their guns. So it's like it's basically it's like an attrition thing. It's like, do I want to take heaps down and be well equipped for fights, or do I want to take a little bit down and maybe come back with more than I left with?
Cash that all in. And,
Yeah. So it's
it's cool.
it's a cool little like series of systems in play, and all the little pieces, like basically any piece of junk that you pick up is a thing that's going to be useful in upgrading your room. And there's daily drops, and there's all the classic modern game stuff of like play every day and you get a loot drop box and
but to have that progress back at home or base and a character progression, I find far more incentivizing for me than just doing daily chivos in a battle royale. Like, I agree with what you're saying, Steph. I find this as a cool evolution on the persistent reason to come back in and do more rounds rather than just building up a menu character. It's like, give me a little house, give me a
Totally.
cool
Yeah.
gear, and let
And
me
it's
go out
just-
there and flaunt it.
And so but Serplex says it just looks immediately more accessible than Tarkov as a visual experience, and just in terms of like I can already see the mechanics and everything makes sense to me. The menus don't look super confusing. I feel like it as a world looks interesting to be in. Tarkov seems just super dry. I'm sure it's amazing because I know it's got a lot of diehard fans and stuff like that.
I just had never heard of this even at all.
Yeah, no, I only saw it yesterday. It came out of beta yesterday. It's second beta yesterday.
Cool.
So, it's
That's what
cool.
people streaming.
And Woin1 says cringe. Probably to Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go with that.
Fair enough, Woin. Fair enough. And the other thing that I played was, and I've said this on the show before, Bart Bonte. Bart Bonte makes the best mobile games. Get your Bart Bonte
right.
game.
Yes. Yeah. What was the
Blew up with black.
black?
And then there's basically, if you search any color on the app stores, there'll be a Bart Bonte game. Yellow, blue, pink, green.
The mobile ones.
Yeah, they're all mobile
yeah.
puzzle games. They're
Yeah,
all
yeah,
like
yeah,
really clever
Because you
puzzles.
threw Nick and I when you said, I've said this a lot on the show, Babonti.
Yeah,
I was like,
Bart Bonte.
I was like, I say this a lot, Bababooey. You're like,
Bippity boppity boo. Bart Bonte makes wonderful, wonderful little puzzle games for mobile devices, and has just released last night Logica Emotica.
lovely.
It's
not a colour?
It's not a color.
What?
And it is basically just all slide puzzle games with you'll adore this. And it is themed with emotes, and they provide the context for what you're doing. It's slide the monkey to the banana.
Right.
The
gets
chef
pizza.
needs to serve the pizza to the plate. installing now is Nicholas. I would say my initial reaction to this was disappointment that it. Like, I'm not a huge slide puzzle guy. I think they're fun, and these have proven to be quite complex and interesting in that sense. But it's kind of because it's not his really simplistic design.
Yep.
It's relying on emote art, which, in my opinion, is ugly as shit.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just playing this really ugly, interesting puzzle game as opposed to playing a really minimalist, designed puzzle game. His music.
It feels like a. It feels like a meme. Like it's the whole thing just feels like a big meme. The fact that it's using emojis.
But cleverly.
And that kind of
Plays
music.
nice though.
And very clever. And the more that I've played, the more complex the puzzles have become. And I'm looking past what the emojis are to, okay, how do I solve this? This is clever as. Like this one here is a great example of, there's eyes, mouth, and ear, and it's see here and
No
speak
evil.
no evil.
Yeah.
And so you've just got the monkey ones as well, and it's like, all right, get them into the right spots. It's cool. I mean, well, we should probably cut away from the footage because I don't want to show too many puzzles being solved or jump back. Yeah, perfect. But
I love the art style. I love
okay, good.
like sorry, it's like a perfect use of emojis. And in clever ways, like very obvious ways, but you are like a little straight the emoji like eyes and just a straight mouth, and you move around the thing, and then when you complete your goal, it turns
happy.
into a smiley happy emoji and stuff.
Question.
And
Is there an eggplant to peach level?
Not that I've encountered so far.
Disappointing.
I've done 38 levels or something so far.
Excellent question.
I like
And and when my reaction was, I don't know that I love it, I just went back to it as soon as I had any idle time. I was like, I'm pulling that back out. So it's definitely got the same hooks that all of his games have, which is that he's designed intriguing puzzles with an interesting design.
No, I haven't.
It actually looks really good because it totally fills the screen. Like there's no sort of like
UI thing.
Yeah, it's just cool.
Well, that was to me that was the beauty of Black, which I think is his best, is that your screen is black.
Yeah. And you're like, did I break it?
What am I doing? And I'm interfacing with my phone in as many ways as I possibly can to try and uncover it. Whereas this is all slide puzzles, but there's variations on the types of slide puzzles, and there's snake style things.
I saw one where
backtrack and
you go completely in one direction. Last and possibly
Says eggplant puzzle is puzzle 69.
there you go. Maybe not important, but I'm curious. The top button has a watch an ad button, which is often usually something that it's forced on you. You watch an ad. I wonder if it's are there ads?
You do hit ads, yeah.
Oh, okay, right. I was like, as a loyalty thing, I'd be like, I'd do some levels and be like, you know what, you get an ad for that. Like, well done.
Every few levels you complete, you get an ad.
Fair
But
enough.
That's
Fair enough.
That's mobile gaming.
I was for a
You
second-
can buy some of his games. I don't think you can buy this one yet. He usually sells them eventually and without ads, but
I was
think
going
he
to
does
say, I
well
was wondering if it
with
was going to be like a Bo Burnham situation where you think you're getting an ad, but it's going to be some kind of like
yeah, there's a puzzle in that ad.
We call that a back pocket situation. You think you're getting an ad, but it's actually a 2.5 minute song.
Cool.
Logica Emotica.
Logica Emotica.
Excellence. Stephanie.
I played 2 Sims this week, 2 simulation games, and the first one is Firefighter Simulator or Firefighting.
Fighting, I think, yeah.
Firefighting Simulator. Played with
Is it
Buzzard.
Firefighting Simulator 2022, or is this their debut Firefighting
This is the
Simulator?
squad. This is the hip new one
This is
called the
the
squad.
this is
Gotcha.
Firefighting Simulator Squad. The squad.
Oh, the squad.
So you can play with friends. You can firefight with friends. So I did. I firefighted with Barjo. I fire-fought.
Fire fought? Firefighter.
I fire-fought with Barjo. And
He light the fire.
well, he drove the truck and he was bad at it.
That's why
God.
we literally started the clip with him crashing into a sign.
We're here.
But it was the perfect game for us to stream so that we could chat at the same time.
Can we go back to that? That was amazing.
that footage, and then this
No, the first clip is just this watch.
I would say the interact mechanic is not great.
Well, that fire wins.
I was constantly dropping things when I was trying to go up ladders.
Totally,
and,
totally.
Like, trying to
Player was so confused. What? I fucking dropped my axe. I'm so confused.
You go through like a tutorial, which to be fair, Buzzard and I always play the bare minimum of the tutorial, and then spend the first hour of the game trying to figure out how to play it.
It's heaps of fun with these though. Like,
yeah. And so you've always got objectives, like you've got to try and locate the victims and rescue them first before you try and put out the fire, and then you have to like connect the
hose?
supply hose to the fire hydrant so that the truck has water supply outside of its initial tank, and then you've got to connect the attack hose, and then you have a whole bunch of different gadgets that you can use as well to try and some fires are electrical, so you got to go and locate the fuse box and put out and shut that off before you start taking out the fires. But because we were playing in a squad and it was just the two of us, we had these two AI firefighters who we just didn't know how to control because we didn't do the tutorial. So the first hour of the game, we were just like, come on, Bill, what are you doing? And he's just like, I got your back. And he's just standing behind me. At one point, I'm like pointing a hose at the fire, and he goes and stands in the fire and stares at me and is like, I've got your back. And I'm like, you don't, Bill, you don't.
Bill.
And you're on fire. Like, do something.
Amazing.
So it's really fun. And what I would say for it is that like, they've really concentrated their efforts on the important thing, and that is the fire. The fire spreads and reacts in a way that fire naturally does. There are backdrafts. So sometimes you can see a bit of smoke coming out the underneath.
Don't touch that door!
Don't open the door and shit. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, there was one. Yeah, and also like there was one point where I was like, I wonder if opening the doors is gonna make it easier for us to put out the fire, if it's gonna make the fire worse. And
Give
I
it
opened
more
the door,
oxygen.
And the fire just went.
Does it do? Do you remember that movie made fire scream? It would go.
It was terrifying,
like,
wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it was like that. Yeah, I heard moments where Buzzard was like, backdraft. I could just see his name through the the house exterior going like this.
Yeah.
It's like, oh god.
Amazing.
And then when things got like really fun was when I got Barjo into the cherry picker to attack the fire from the roof. And that was really cool as well. But yeah, so the firefighting mechanics are actually really great because the fire spreads like in a way that is natural to real fire. It gets out of hand really quickly. If you open too many windows, it goes towards the oxygen and spreads really fast. So you try and find different ways to contain it because sometimes there are like people who are trapped in areas that you have to try and get them out before the fire kind of blocks off that option. So even just looking at it now, it looks like a really well done kind of real life fire scenario.
Is it
as memey as it was in terms of the way we were approaching it? It's actually it handles it really well.
I was going to say, is it jokey with a sense of humor, or it's pretty straight and the comedy and like any comedy comes from you being unable to save Bill?
For sure, yeah. It's pretty straight. It's got some very heroic music that plays. I encountered an American flag in someone's living room at one point, unscathed.
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 They don't burn.
You can't burn.
You can't burn
flag.
freedom.
You would never.
Thanks, Maverick.
I'm flying overhead, saluting down to those brave firemen and women.
But yeah, like anything.
I've got your back.
Like anything, there's a level of jank to it and limited of character models and things like that make it just inherently funny. And just trying to order these AI characters around was hilarious trying to figure that out because they were so enthusiastic and heroic in the way they approached everything, but were absolutely useless until we kind of figured out that you have to put the hose in their hands and direct them where to like
Bill's
point the
first
hose.
day.
Yeah. Otherwise, they just literally will stand in the fire and look at you and be like, I'm ready to help.
So I take it it's not procedural. It's like it's missions.
It's missions.
Well, a lot of these simulators are like, it's day one on the job. Go and do this small house fire. Congratulations, back at base you get the memo. Day two, there's a big apartment fire.
It's much more simplistic than that. You do have kind of a scaling level of things that you attack. So the first one is like, oh, the fire's in the garage, and here are the objectives. And the next one is like, okay, there's a fire, but now somewhere there's a fuse box. And the next one will be like, the people are in a awkward place to get them out. So there's kind of like mini puzzles that you have to solve in terms of like how to attack it in the best way possible, and then you get a rating based on how quickly you did it and if
Yeah.
you achieved all the objectives and all that
And
kind
then
of
you
stuff.
might replay that mission to do better.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You start that fire again. It's interesting that this feels like it translates so much better to a puzzle and B, a video game, because the last one of these we looked at was you doing that police simulator, which felt like a bit of a joke, because you're right, it was that like walk along the street, man drops can, car parked up on curb, like it felt,
yeah.
I'm not gonna say unrealistic, but it felt like it's this world built to be a police officer, whereas at least this, like there's so many elements to firefighting that sound like it's a simulator, but it's a video game. It's like, it's...
And there are different tools that you can use. So some like fires that are smaller, you can try and attack them with just an extinguisher, and you can get the fire out quicker and then get more points. But if you waste time doing that and the fire is too big for the extinguisher, then you've like lost time dicking around with that stuff. But all of the kind of the other thing I would say is that like on a 2-story house with 4 firefighters, 2 of which were being controlled by us, the spaghetti nightmare of hose action that we ended up with. At some point, it looked like a spider's web of like...
Amazing.
It doesn't ask you to recoil the hoses at the end of the mission.
No,
It's like
in a
fire's out,
window.
we're going for lunch.
Yeah, in a window, out a door, back up the ladder.
Back past it again. Ooh.
And stepped back at one point and was like, what have we done?
Priceless vase gets knocked over.
Bill's wrapped in a hose. I got you back.
I got your back, boss. Yeah, so it was cool. I would play it again. Like, it's so funny because Sims are just such a weird world of like, what are they going to make a Sim of next? And I never thought about this, but it's actually a really cool,
totally.
like, interesting scenario to play in video game form, because it's like, hopefully it's a scenario I will never be in, but I like kind of getting an insight into, in a funny, silly way, but also kind of serious.
And inherently action and excitement
Yeah.
in it versus giving parking fines or farming wheat. It's like,
Totally.
there's
And-
a
But
thrill.
even with the farming weeds,
Fire gives you a thrill.
Yeah. And
Knock
also,
your butt.
also
Burn
a big
that
part
weed.
of it is also just the multiplayer. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
do this by myself, but like
Yeah.
with friends, it's a really fun thing.
I like with these sim games
Jesus. You went in too much.
learning that every job is way more complicated than you think it is.
Yeah.
It's not just like open the door, spray the hose in. And
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
even
yeah,
what you're talking about like the mess of hose.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Every-
that's something that you can't just be running around the house with infinite hose. forever. Like,
It's always really sobering in Sims when you're like, I'm ready to fight the fire. It's like, step 1, let's go and look at the roster for who's
Yeah.
working this week.
You're not rusted on today.
but I'm on the pole.
I did that even with that. I did that workshop simulator, and the first thing is go get the mail. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm ready to work in the
Totally.
workshop.
It's totally the thing. I feel like they've done the right thing in just kind of putting you straight into the fire scenarios and kind of cutting out all the nonsense. There are kind of funny moments in that one of the houses. Like in the first house we went to, just had a massive dinosaur statue in the front yard, and the garage was full of dinosaur figures, and I don't know what that was about. Maybe the developer is dinosaur something. And then
Dinosaurs.
Awning?
Enthusiast, paleontologist.
no, I mean the
A
developer.
dinosaur.
A dinosaur?
Maybe the name of the dev studio is like dinosaur.
Oh, okay,
Studio.
yeah,
So,
sure,
you know
sure.
what I mean? It might be a
Fire.
nod
Maybe
to
the
something.
name of the dev is Dinosaur Garage.
maybe. And then the other thing I would say that was funny that I don't know was intentional of, it was just part of their like limited budget and access to character models and things, but it was like the only sound that the firefighter made when they got hit by fire or hurt was
Ugh.
"Ay!"
The Fonz.
Amazing.
Every time I could hear somebody was in trouble, because they'd be going "Ay!"
The one thing that I'm getting from this footage is that video games have trained me to, when I have someone on my back, throw them.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes the beer!
It's gonna soak
Straight
straight
to
to
the
the ground.
ground.
There's the beer.
True.
Yeah, I'm just
it's
like,
true.
when you're on the
Yep.
roof, it was like,
Yep.
just throw the body down.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
you can't
yeah.
get down the ladder.
That's how it
Yeah,
gets it.
totally. Yeah.
That is the name of the developer.
Say it.
Kronos Unterhaltungssoftware.
There you go. Which means Dinosaur Garage in German.
They need to eventually blend them all together into the extended simulator universe. So I just saw you drop it off on the Guernsey or whatever to go to the paramedic. It's like that needs to be someone playing Surgeon Simulator. Like, thanks very much. And
yeah.
It's like is it Ryan Murphy's show 911 where it was like there are cop shows, there are ambulance shows, there are firefighter
This is
shows.
all of them.
This is all of them.
yeah,
And Jennifer Love Hewitt's in it.
Ghost
Cool. I was looking at that going,
Yeah, go Swiss.
isn't it amazing how there's just infinite video games.
I know.
Like when you were a kid, there were not infinite video games. There were like
Mario or Sonic.
There-
yeah, it was just like some video games, and then
and you would get access to like 2 of them.
yeah, and now you're like, today I played a game where I was a firefighter,
Yeah.
and it's not just like a joke. It's like a team put years of work into building the most realistic fighter
love it.
fighing
I
video
love
game
it.
they could do. Yeah.
They built the
What
whole
about-
game.
Those-
They did all the textures. They got all the models. They finished it. They sat back and they went, hey.
And then lastly, just quickly, I also played Pro Gymnast Simulator. Well, the demo. I played the demo, which is basically like QWOP, but gymnast edition. So you have to control the gymnast's arms and legs. But the kind of key mechanic of this is that I would skip maybe to a different part of this.
Let me down.
After you've created your
Something
gymnast,
sexy about this.
you're put through a series of physics-based
Holy hell.
The VO of this, my back, Bill.
Hey.
You have to use your arms and legs to kind of control your
You're doing great, honey. Oh my god. Why are we playing this right now? Fuck yeah.
control your,
Ready?
your
No.
body to try and hit a target, which is a mat. And you got to try and like get the centrifugal force required to launch yourself
Holy
at targets and mats to like complete your objective. So they're kind of the actual gymnast moves.
At some
Yeah.
point, the
In
coach is like,
in-
Kelly, you gotta let go.
Ridiculous scenarios. What? No, you would think you got to hit the one on the right.
Yeah, yeah.
That's- They didn't make it. Now they're going to try and inchworm. There was one where I hit a wall with my stomach, and it was like, oh, that would have been painful. But the mat was down there, and I managed to inchworm myself over the wall to kind of land on the objective mat.
Amazing.
And it's a really cool spin on this kind of QWOP
Wow,
physics
do it
movement
again.
mechanic to be able to figure out the kind of the swinging motion that you need.
So it is still,
So far, so good.
it is still hard. It's like,
It
do I
is
put it?
really hard because it's
Storm?
not
Oh,
just
no.
it's not like you're just moving your arms and legs. It's like you can move your
yeah, both independently
into
and throw
pike
off.
position or like back, and then like and yes, so you're kind of WSAD and then an equivalent on the other side of the keyboard.
Yeah. Oh.
So you got 4 keys to maneuver each time
Gotcha.
to
Amazing.
try and get your body in position.
Level complete.
Perfect.
Successful jump.
Perfect.
Spiceman's got.
Oh my god.
Spiceman's got the call of the
Games
night
are
with
so much fun
American
to watch.
Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's less gymnastics and more obstacle coursey.
Yeah,
by
it
the
looks like
vibes.
Totally.
Wipeout.
Looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Lincoln's America Ninja Warrior.
yeah, but it's like everything is usually bars or swing based, so
Yep.
that you're kind of using those kind of mechanics.
This
It
is
takes it's got a really the thing that I would say that's different about it to like QWOP and the other things is that it's got a really great tutorial to teach you how to get a good swing
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, cool.
And how to kind of combine all those moves to be able
Well, that's what I was asking. It's like, it seems like while the controls are difficult, there is still something that you can learn here. Whereas, like, you could practice QWOP for however long. You still, I mean, there's some freaks
There are
out there
qu-
who
there are
who
QWOP
get good.
experts, yeah.
But the point is that it's meant to be, your Bennett Foddies, it's meant to
Yeah, yeah.
always be
Totally.
stupid. Whereas, like,
And it's-
I could see this, you getting into the rhythm of it and working it out.
Like in regular video games, when you have you come across a rope that you have to swing on to get a thing, it's really easy to get into the rhythm where you just kind of jump on it and the game kind of gives you the extra push that you need to jump and whatever. Whereas this is like entirely like, no, you need to be spinning really fast and let go at the exact right
Yeah.
moment to be able to launch yourself at that mat and hit it. Because if you let go a fraction too early, or you haven't got quite enough speed, or you like hit the button to keep the rhythm going at the wrong moment, it completely breaks your cycle and you have to start again. So it's hard in the way that all those games are hard, but it's a cool, unique way to approach physics based.
you could get it right and be like, I
That
got
was it. That was the one that I inchwormed over. This person.
You
inchwormed
get it
that.
right and be like, I did that, not I just mashed until it went right.
Yes,
kinda thing.
absolutely.
This
I would
looks
say
fun.
mashing is almost impossible in this game.
The spine. The
The
poor,
poor
spine.
spine.
Yes,
Come
but
on.
it's so flexible.
Yes.
Oh!
And there's also instant. You hit R and you're instantly back at the start. So as soon as you
amazing.
realize you fucked it up, you just
Super
you
Meat
just-
Boy.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this just PC? I want to play this, but
I don't know. I played
It
the demo
feels
on
like
PC,
you're
but I'm
controlling.
not sure if
But
it's
you
on
could
other
use
platforms.
like triggers and bumpers or something.
yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to play this on Switch or something.
Switch, Xbox, Windows.
Done.
Nice.
I'm
Right
on
going to be a gymnast professional by next week.
Yeah.
Professional gymnast, I should have said.
Love it. Cool. That's Pro Gymnast Simulator. And then the 2 games that I've been playing this week, I haven't actually played too much this week. Played Fortnite today. I spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. Citizen Sleeper, which is a role-playing sort of like... I mean, it's really just a role-playing game. There's this dice RPG node mechanic thing about basically you roll a certain amount of dice, and then they give you actions that you can do in a day. And the idea is that you are a sleeper, and so you are this person that sold your consciousness to a corporation, and then you've ended up on like you escaped like your consciousness in a body, sort of like an android escaped and is on this space station, and trying to sort of just live. And I played about an hour of it. I was really looking forward to it, and I really liked it. I was like, the vibe of this is really cool and everything. Anyway, life happened, other video games happened, I kind of just fell off. And I was sick this week, and I slept for like 3/4 of a day. And so woke up at sort of 5 p.m, had dinner, and then I was like, well, I can't sleep now because I've been sleeping all day. So I just was sitting at my computer just staring blankly. And I was like, boot this up again. Booted it up and just played 7 hours straight and just finished the game.
Citizen can't sleeper.
Thank you very much. I adore this game. It is so beautiful. The story in this, it is just some of the best writing that I've had in a game in years.
Is this an amazing story that you created, or is it the narrative that is kind of there?
So that is why I think it is brilliant, because I am not really someone who likes to role play a character. I don't really get into the like, this is what my character is and blah blah blah.
What they would have done.
Yeah, like I like it. I like a game to present me with a narrative. Or if it doesn't have a narrative, I just never inject my own sort of backstory or whatever. The brilliant thing about this is that it has all these storylines that are presented to you, and you need to make decisions as to how these things play out. And every decision you make, it's not a good decision, it's not a bad decision, it's just a decision that feels really human and really emotional and really impactful. And I suddenly found myself 100% just role-playing this character as like, what would my AI trying to live their own life for the first time person do in this scenario?
That's a big bracelet.
Sorry?
That's a big bracelet.
It is. And also over the course of the game, because the really beautiful thing is there's like, as you unlock these different parts of the station, you meet new people, and then you go on these sort of quest lines with them. And the every single person I met, I was just like, "Oh, you're the best! Like, you're the best. Not just like a lovely person, but like you're the best story in this game." And every single time that happened. And as I played the game, I more and more started going with the idea of the character that I built, because there's Lem and Ming. So Lem is this guy who adopted this little girl, and they want to get off the ship, the station. And this is their whole plot line is about that. And you are given and this is a very mild spoiler, but you are given the opportunity to go off the ship with them at the end of this quest line, and that could be the end of the game for you. And I fell in love with like the relationship that I had formed with these two, and the whole game.
So you could blindly follow Lem and Ming
off the cliff.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. And I fell in love with these characters, and so I was like, I'm gonna leave with them. I totally am. And I did the whole mission, the whole like sub-quest thing that over the course of many, many days of this game, helping coordinate them to be able to leave. And then we are at this ship, lining up with everybody, about to leave, and Nick, had a small anxiety attack of going,
Fuck,
but if I leave now,
It's over.
there's like other people
Yep.
here that I'm in the middle of helping, and I would just be like, I would be very literally leaving these people in the lurch. Like, there is one person in particular whose quest line I was on where they were like, you and I are doing this together, and like they're trying to stop something bad from happening. And it's like, if I leave, that person dies, 100% just dies. And so as we're boarding the gangplank, and because the game is so beautiful in it, you know a finite decision is coming up, but it gives you all these moments, not to back out, but to just be like constantly make a decision.
Just be aware that this is
and I made the decision in the last possible moment to go, I'm not going to go with you guys. And the writing, because the writing is so beautiful.
Was it poignant? Was it beautiful?
It's literally like he's walking up the gangplank. He's got his little daughter who's like 5, who's like, nearly my daughter's age. Like he's holding her. Her eyes are looking back, and it's like and it's something like she's confused that she's not coming, but then that I'm not coming. But and she seems really frustrated by it as well. But then at the same time, the majesty of the ship and the people start to like distract her, and suddenly you realize that you've made the right decision because she's going on to like find a new life. And I watch the ship go away, and I'm sitting there like crying, like I'm going, Elkie.
Right.
And so then from that moment forward, I then made the decision
that here I have to go back and
my character. Because I am not really a human, I am in my head, my character was earning this life. My character is the kind of person who comes in and out of people's lives to help them. I'm here to help you in this moment, but I'm not really attached to you. I can let you go. I'm here to help whatever you need. Because by helping you, it has helped me learn how to be a person, which is what I'm trying to do.
You're touched by an angeling.
Yes, 100%. And that was,
Michael
and so
is Michael.
then
We had this conversation the other day. Michael is Michael, touched by an angel, different angel.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. And so then it changed the way that my character was approaching all these conversations, because suddenly it was like, I'm here, like, I want to help you. But then whenever anyone would try to get close to me, I would like take the option that like is nice but a little distant, because I'm like, I know that this is just like a now thing, and I'm gonna move on soon, and you're gonna and it was just like I was so in this headspace. And I completed every single possible side quest and everything. I had this beautiful ending that was so like so fucking perfect for the character that I had built in my mind. And I just think everyone should play this. The only thing that you need to sort of get over is this. And I actually think it's quite brilliant, but it's unbelievably clinical in its gameplay. This dice mechanic where you're just inputting dice with a percentage chance for something to accomplish, and you only have X amount in the course of a day and whatever. But that matched with this unbelievably like emotional and human story, it's just beautiful.
I think you're describing Dungeons and Dragons, which you hate.
I totally am, but it's because
It's a really
someone
good DM.
told a really good story.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
it
like,
is. Like it's
That's what every
It's amazing
it all
'cause
hinges on a good DM, and it sounds like this game is the good
It's
DM.
amazing because of how much I remember when you talked about this a few weeks ago, and I'd skimmed past it on a store and was like, "There's nothing here for me."
On Game Pass.
It's on
right?
Game
It's
Pass.
on Game
it's
Pass.
PC Game Pass.
There's
Or
nothing
maybe
here on a
consoles.
visual level to drag me in, which is I hate that about me, because I was like, I wish
I'm the same.
I'd seen that, but I know on the flip side that the things that you do immerse yourself in through just basic text and prompts and just atmosphere and music are the ones that you are painting that picture in your head of that gangplank moment. You are
If you can take
reading
it
a
from
book
me that
and,
I
like-
am not the person that does that sort of like the world building in my head style thing, and that I got this invested in it, like, because I love the art of the game. I think that all the character design is really cool, but you're right, like it is very like static and cold. But it like at the end of this, I like knew this ship like the back of my hand. I knew everyone. The relationship.
You'd seen the characters' art at least once to pitch them, and now you're seeing that play out as you're seeing
phenomenal.
it. As a
And then the very quickly the final thing I'll say is that there's this mechanic of you as a sleeper, your body is owned by the corporation, and so your body slowly breaks down without getting this inhibitor medicine style thing that keeps your physical body alive. So as that number begins to tick down, you get less and less dice each day because you're like weaker. And then you need to get this medicine from the company to be able to reinvigorate yourself. And so at first you need to buy that medicine, and it's incredibly difficult to buy that medicine. But then over the course of the game, as you meet people and develop relationships, you begin to unlock different ways of getting this thing. And it's not always medicine, but like to be able to reinvigorate yourself, to fix yourself in different ways that are so thematically beautiful. And it's like by picking not siding with something, but by like following a character and learning more about them and helping them, you unlock a way in which you can help yourself. And it's all about like the different communities that you build and the ways in which like by giving you get something back. It's just like, oh, it's just so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I recommend that everyone check it out. The first 20 minutes, you might be a bit confused as to like what's going on, but it will so click for you because it's actually not complicated. It's just very abstracted, but the writing will carry you through, and God, the stories in it are so beautiful.
It's so refreshing to, as you said as well, find that the game rewards you for doing not just good, but like for playing it well. You are not just reaching those story moments of, there is an orphan who needs some bread, but there's also someone over here who needs. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
and then you know that both will be bad, and then you go to the next scenario. It's like, okay, you could take the money, or you could buy the medicine with the money. It's like, it sounds like it's at least investing in a richer narrative that is like, it's
And
rewarding,
just putting you in
scenarios to make you feel.
Sophie's choice situation.
Yeah,
exactly.
Because while there is some stuff of like character conflict and that sort of thing, it's actually much more about the idea of like forming connections, and that's like the game. The story of the game is by forging connections. That's how we become better people, and so it's just about like, what connections do you want to form? That's really what the game is asking you, and it's just it's wonderful.
How long do you think you played this for before you felt like you were kind of in it? Because I feel like, 'cause I'm the same as you, and it sucks because I feel like I still count one of my most profound gaming experiences of my life being a MUD, which is an entirely text-based world. But because it was like an online role-playing game, you know, it felt like it was all about the storytelling that people were doing kind of collectively. So I feel like I loved that experience, and I could have those experiences again with well-written games like this. But I see how static it is, and I'm like, nah, it's a different time, and I want pretty colors.
You said 20
No,
minutes.
I played an hour a few weeks ago, and at the end of that hour, I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But you have not at the end of that hour, you have not started meeting people that you fall in love with, like from a sort of like emotional, not like romantic love, but like characters you fall in love with. But from the get-go, the writing is great.
Yeah.
It's really evocative straight away. I would thoroughly recommend just give it half an hour. Like, just check it out. It's on PC Game Pass. It's like this tiny download, and it's just it's great.
It's going to be my next bath game.
Play it in the bath. It's a great bath
game.
You'll end up cold. You'll be the guy in the Truman Show who watches the Truman Show all the time. Anyway, so it's Citizen Sleeper. It's fantastic. And then very quickly, the other thing I've been playing, a classic Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Never heard of it.
Turns out it's a very good game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I hadn't heard that at all.
On my run of playing the classics, Super Metroid, Metal Gear Solid, and this is my least favorite. Mm-hmm. But that's like saying a chocolate croissant is my least favorite kind of croissant. So it's brilliant. I just got the Master Sword. It still has for me a little bit. There's still a bit too much sort of like, what do I do now?
I was about to ask, are you playing it? Because I went and replayed this maybe like 5 years ago, and I was super reliant on a guide for things that just left me.
I'm basically, the thing I'm finding is that I'm fine when I get to dungeons and I'm like work my way through, and then when I come out, I'm like, what do I do?
That's the Zelda problem.
And then
you come out and go,
instantly on IGN and like, what's the next walkthrough thing? Yeah. I mean, it's funny, this Metroid and Metal Gear, it really did, because I didn't play this stuff as a kid, I think there's a part of me where I was like, oh yeah, I never really worked that muscle of like, you just gotta fucking figure it out, man.
You gotta try everything.
I played video games a lot when I was a kid, but like it was very casual, and I never had the Nintendo, and we've spoken about all this shit. And it wasn't until like I had a PlayStation, but even then I didn't really play everything. It wasn't really, I didn't heavily get into video games until the 360 again. I sort of re-entered. And at that point, it's like, here's a tutorial for everything, and blah, blah, blah. And I forgot. And
Ubisoft had mastered the UI of, here's everything you'll ever need to know, always on screen.
Exactly. And it's so funny. I was listening to a podcast where they were talking, Waypoint, and they were talking about Super Metroid. And it was after I'd finished it. And they were talking about how it's a little too obtuse, and like a lot of the stuff you don't know. And then they stumbled on the idea that, well, actually, when you bought this game, it came with a manual, and in the manual, it was not just like, here are the moves. It's like, this block is a grapple block. So you would have known before you even started playing the game on the car ride home when you're flicking through the manual, that I'll be able to grapple to that at some point. But that's not in the game until you unlock the thing. And so when you're playing without a fucking manual, it's like, what the fuck is going on?
I think that's true, but also I think it's also at a time then, like back to like what we discussed before, you would get a game and you would have maybe 3 games total, and this game would last you a year.
Totally, yeah. And,
So it was
And I guess you're right.
There was
Developers knew that
joy.
you didn't
Yeah.
have Game Pass, so they, without saying people could only afford 1 game a year, that's kind of what that's what people, not the client, but that's
sure.
what their customers were
were
getting
finishing
through.
There was
So-
joy in trying to figure out what to do next, even if it took you days. You know what I mean? And it was frustrating. That was kind of part of it. And I think that like that's why part of the reason why Minecraft was so successful when it came out, because it was like, you know, just because it was like pixely in the way it looked, but also there was no manual or
It
tutorial
was doing
when
that
started.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And kids really enjoyed specifically going like, the only way that we can figure out how to do this is to talk to each other
Sharing
and
the
share
information,
information.
Because on the flip side, it's sad now that a developer knows that if you get frustrated in their game in the first 5 minutes, you're off. You're on.
Million other choices.
You're on to the next
It's-
thing.
It is sad, but it's also like a necessity because it's like
Yes.
it's like music streaming. You know what I mean? It's got to hook you in the first, because otherwise there's like a bajillion other albums out there that I can get access to. So it's just it's just the way we play games has changed because we have access to everything.
Well, I'm glad that. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just I'm loving it, and the dungeon design is amazing. Warpstone in the chat said Tunic had a digital manual, and Tunic's whole manual thing in the game is wonderful. Like it is exactly that thing. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. And Castlevania Symphony of the Night is the next one.
Oh,
Yep.
I never got into that, but I watched people play it, and I was like, "Fuck, I really."
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Because it was like PlayStation 1, so everyone was moving to like shitty looking 3D,
They could
whatever,
double
and they
the
were
amount
like,
of-
we're going to do the most beautiful pixel art game you've ever seen.
And they could double the amount of like frame or cells per
It's so
animation,
flowy.
so everything is just
Totally, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
the
I'm
hair.
very excited.
The hair.
The hair.
So the game we've been
Blood.
Alucard's hair.
The games we've been playing are Top Gun, Maverick, Flight Simulator DLC, Fortnite, Vibin Season, The Cycle Frontier, Logica Emotica, Firefighting Simulator, Pro Gymnast Simulator Demo, Citizen Sleeper, and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. My God, it may be maybe going through like a bit of a quiet period in video games, but there are more than enough video games for everyone. That's what we've been playing. We're going to be back with more video games, even more after this break.
Hello there, I'm Gus,
And I'm Steph.
and today we're playing a very special game from MaxJazzGames.
There's a sort of cat thing.
He's holding a donut, I think.
Do you know what it is?
That's right, it's Kung Pooby.
Do you play Kung Pooby?
Maybe you play Kung Pooby with your parents.
And if you do you sing the Kung Pooby song?
Would you like to sing the Kung Pooby song with us? Come on.
Kung Pooby.
Kung Pooby.
Pooby here, Pooby there, Pooby everywhere. Do you know who else plays Kung Pooby? That's right, it's Pockety. I wonder which window the Pockety is in today.
Let's have a look.
Is it in the round window?
Or the foot window?
Or is it in the Angus shitting himself window?
That's right, it's in the severed foot window.
We've had a lot of fun today playing MaxJazzGames, haven't we, Gus?
We sure have, Steph. Well, it's time to go now.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Welcome back to Back Pocket, and thank you very much to Andrew Sims and Multifish for the words from our sponsors, and of course MaxJazzGames for giving us the Kung Pooby song. Hey.
What was that?
That out of tune piano just every time.
All you have to do for a play school impersonation is say, "That's right.
That's right.
That's right."
The funniest thing, I can't remember if I've spoken about this. When I wrote that ad, I wasn't here when you shot it, and I never gave you
Direction.
Well, about the song, because the song is actually
You said it's a real thing
it's
they
a
do.
real play school have this like set song that
They change the words.
Yeah, and they just change the
So
words.
you wrote it with a melody in mind.
Yes, and I
we did that
stupidly was just
disaster.
like, yeah, and so the first
He's
time I
done
heard
with
it, I
his
was like,
scripts.
ah!
That's ours now.
But it's fun. So it's all I can think about is the fucking Kung Pooby one. It's
Kung Pooby.
Kung. You gotta come in on the wrong kung. I'm doing that on a MIDI keyboard on a browser with a mouse to click the keys.
I
And
can't
it really
even hear it.
shows.
All I can hear, I'll find it for post show. All I can hear is the Kung Pooby version. But there's a much lighter, softer, more beautiful melody that goes
possible.
along with it.
Not possible.
That was ruined, but that made it even better. Okay, cool. Let's move on now with our next segment. No, before we do that, I'll tell you what we're not going to move on from. The stellar computers at Dream PC.
That's right.
Because once you dream it, you can't forget it. Hey?
Was it a really traumatizing dream?
No good?
No, I don't think that's great.
No?
That's like
I was so proud of that one.
because the one thing you do with a dream is forget it. You try to remember it all day.
That's
it's
why,
gone.
but these PCs are so good that you can't
Dream
forget
PCs, as forgettable as every other dream.
Once you dream, you can't forget it. Once you dream PC,
It's not Pringles.
once you dream PC, you'll never
Scream PC.
Google PC
Good.
because you won't need to
won't
because
need
you'll
to.
have a great PC of your dreams. Head to Dream PC. Head to go.dreampc.com.au/backpocket. Bring up the thing to get the PC of your dreams. Easy to configure PCs via their website. Bespoke systems built to order, which I think bespoke systems built to order almost seems like the same thing said to, is that a tautology? Maybe
Well,
it is.
you could build to order a system that is completely generic. But
That's
they
true.
Do a bespoke
That's what
system.
Gus's parents asked for. Authorized Australian market parts seller and live updates via a build tracker. Head to go.dreampc.com.au/backpocket to learn more about the PC that you've been dreaming about. That's just
Dreaming
sitting
about.
there, ready to be paid for. It's you know what? This is a marketing session. We're just coming up with these. On the
Tuffy had
fly.
no
They're
idea it's a
not all
bad
gonna be
idea.
good.
Apart from those ones.
It's not
They
all
were
going to be
all bad.
It's not all going to be the writing of Citizen
Hey.
Sleeper. Sometimes it's going to be
The writer
I got your
of
back.
the Kung Pooby melody.
Got your back.
Well, that opening montage of games that you wrote within the last 2 minutes.
That's true. That's true.
good stuff.
All right. Speaking of games that can be played in 2 minutes or less, let's move on to our next segment. In celebration of Pride Month, it's very good gameplay.
Hey.
Presented by RhysWild. And of course, as is his constitutional right, Gus has a moral issue with being in this segment, and that is why he has left the set.
Oh, did I turn that mic?
You just literally ran away.
Fuck off! That is, don't you dare do that!
No, so we wanted to
Threw me under the Vega bus.
Cancel.
threw you under the Vega bus. We wanted
Not a bad place to be.
do something for Pride Month. So we thought that currently this was actually Gus's idea. on itch.io, there is a...
There's a bundle. They did it last
bundle.
year. There's a bundle, and there is a, I believe it's the, Queer Game Bundle 2022. There was a 20...
Bagundle?
What? What are you talking about? Bagadle.
BuriBuri?
Just trying to do a pun. Live.
But what's the buh?
I don't know.
Bundle.
Isn't there a fun way to make bundle gay?
It's a gay enough bundle if you go and check it out on itch.io.
Unbelievable. 60 games?
No. There's
$60.
there's a $60 bundle that has, gosh, I didn't actually count.
90 something?
Yeah, something like that. A heap of games. Some are video games, some are tabletop RPGs, some are like visual novels, that kind of stuff. All either like queer developers or
Queer themes in the game,
queer themes
yeah.
or subject matter, that kind of stuff as well. So what we thought we'd do is we all went through the list and we all picked a game each. That's why I ran off to boot up the computer. Thank you, Nick. And we've all got one game each that we will have a quick play of in that segment. But there's a bunch in there as well, and we thought we would also give away a couple of those bundles as well. You can buy it for, I think, pay what you want, as with a lot of these kind of bundles. But there is also a set standard of $60 for the whole bunch. We are going to buy a couple of those, and all the profits are split between all the developers of all the games, I believe. Equally, or more towards... I think that's...
No, I can't imagine it's not equal. That would be...
Sorry,
very
I was
strange.
thinking you can go and buy get individual games individually,
Yeah.
or you can buy this bundle and it gets split evenly, says Kit Carnage in the chat. So that is what we're going to do. We'll do a couple of Nightbot rolls as well.
Yep, that's how we'll
Work
get
that
it
out.
away. So after each game, we'll do a Nightbot roll. Someone in chat will win the bundle, and then Big Ben...
Bagandle will be the key
You'll get a
word.
Bagame ball.
Yeah.
Bagandle.
Somebody in chat said, you can't just make things gay, Steph. Well, I think we can if we try really hard.
And also, anyway.
Chaotic energy.
So after each one of us, we'll pick it, and then Ben will be in touch and give you a code to this that you can download the games. Gus, are you up first?
I'm going to go back. Yes,
Wow,
I
yeah.
will jump back over there.
So walking hate crime.
Fuck off. All right. Am I on a mic, Pete? Hang on.
You're on my Gus.
I mean, it's funny
That's not
because
us.
it's funny because it's true, but not about this. It's just about other things.
Oh my God. For the second you get off the couch.
I'm so sorry. You are a beautiful, incredible human, and Pete and I are being cruel to you, and it is not fair. We love you.
Not in the spirit of Pride Month.
That's true.
Kit Carnage wants the entire bundle, but is poor. Well, hopefully you get in on the...
I'll have a look at how many
Hopefully you
games
and
there
the
in
thing.
total, but I'll tell you a little bit about the game that I am playing.
Please.
Pete, if you can bring it up, I'm playing a game called Push-Em-O. Push-Em-O is an arcade push-em-up that challenges you to organize different shapes into squares to clear...
Damn loud. Hang on.
hell,
Is
sorry.
Will there? Will, can you turn that down? Or did Will just leave?
I'll see if I can bring...
I think Will's gone.
Will's just abandoned the show.
What the shit? Hang on, I can control it from here.
You're okay?
Yeah, I'll bring it down.
All good?
Yeah.
It is, you push blocks into squares and clear blocks to earn points. It's no easy task though. As you push on, shapes will come faster and more frequently until you find yourself as overwhelmed as you are engrossed. This is created by Brooke P8, music by Emma and Gruber, and it's made in Pico 8. But I checked this out and it is really cool.
And just before you start, I did want to say that we all went through the bundle and picked a game for ourselves.
Yep.
I don't know what your guys' games are. I found so many games in this that I am desperate to play, and 100% there's no way we could ever possibly stream.
Correct.
There are so many phenomenal, bizarre, insane, sexy, brilliant ideas in this, but it's like, we'll get banned if we show this game. Or even if we say, and I just, no, you go, and I'll...
No, keep talking.
I just did want to say, my favorite one is that there is a game about a boy who's sort of like realizing that he's gay and he's masturbating, but
Oh, the cat?
but his cat keeps staring at him.
Yeah.
And so he needs to figure out how to keep masturbating to these hot men while the cat is giving him just this death stare, and the whole game is about coordinating that relationship. I was like, that's brilliant.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
And apparently Will is still here. He was just pooping. So he's back. We'll let him tune the audio. So if you have any
Chat
problems,
news.
they'll
They were like,
be a bit all over the place.
9 out of 10. Will's gone to the toilet.
Yeah.
Well, as Nick said, there's a wide variety of games of different subject matter, and there are a bunch in there that subject matter might not be about anything in particular to do with Pride Month, but this was one I stumbled across that I thought, oh, okay, they've had a play around with Tetris and come up with a new spin on it, and I found myself getting incredibly addicted to it because basically your shapes come in from the side here. Once you touch them, they're set on the board, and you need to create a series of, like, you need to fill that space to get a combo and clear the blocks.
Right.
And you can preemptively go and grab them off screen and clear like that.
Wait, so are you making a shape?
You're trying to grid, I think.
Oh, you're trying to make a square or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But this is the stressful part. Watch what happens when a block comes in and hits and is outside for a bit.
Oh no.
Oh, the green. Oh.
What does green mean?
So it expands out to tell you that if that fills the screen, it's game over. So right now that green is telling you that block is coming in this way.
Game over.
There we go. And you can find yourself getting stuck around here.
This is a terrible square.
Because it's like, well, that's what I mean. It's, oh shit.
What are you
it's
doing,
like,
Gus?
crap.
Gus, it's outside the square, mate.
No, I know. It can stay half a block out, but it's really hard in a really good, challenging way. And, you know, typical shit.
Are you was-D'ing this?
Say again?
Are you was-D'ing?
I am, yes.
Oh, this
Fiddlesticks.
this is fucking stressful. This is fucking stressful.
It is. It is definitely, it lacks the, I'm screwed
Look
now.
out for your L.
Look at all those
Oh,
gaps.
you gotta.
Look at all those gaps.
Push over. It lacks the kind of like meditative nature of a puzzle game it ratchets up in difficulty straight from the beginning.
Cool.
Particularly because you have to take the full lap around the thing.
That's the thing.
To be able to like start moving the next block.
This it'll do, Hickey. But the music's really cool, and I could definitely see myself getting lost playing this, or at least trying to get good at it, because I am not at the moment.
That's a cool spin on Tetris. Like it's familiar enough that you're like, okay, I kind of like can grasp the concept quickly.
Yeah.
But
I believe they're officially Tetronos.
We never knew how to say this. Tetraminos? Tetronymos?
Tetraminos?
Tetrahedrons.
And I think finally the thing I love and hate about the game is how you accidentally knock pieces in a panic. Like Tetris, everything's once it's down, it's done.
Yeah.
Whereas here, you'll get to a point where you're feeling really confident about it, like I'm doing right now, and you're like, oh god, everything's fine. And then in a panic to get somewhere, you'll just kind of, oh well, then you might
Stumble into
Holy
a solution.
Shit, you're amazing.
But yeah, it's shit.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, Gus!
Oh my god, Gus,
Got
what
it outside.
are you?
Come back. Yeah. Well, this is not the demonstration.
Oh, so if you
Pro
don't
gamer.
touch it, it moves the whole way.
it goes the
across
whole way across the board.
Right. Oh my gosh.
Interesting.
It's like you need to keep an eye on all your children and they're all just wanting to run off in different directions.
Yeah.
Sure.
Some pro gaming, mate.
But yeah, that is Pushamo, and
cool.
it is bloody. Get out of there! Oh God!
Oh, come on, children.
Come on,
Get to
children.
class.
Yeah, you can get in a panic and just do this and be like,
They're
oh,
high school students in my mind.
Yeah, right. Rowdy.
Yeah, that's when they're
17-year-olds.
really
Yeah,
loose.
okay.
And,
Stop
Oh,
smoking
God!
the marijuana. Room.
Stop smoking the marijuana.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Angus
Oh my
Jeffrey.
God.
Gus,
this
you're
is
killing it! Push it in, Gus. Don't throw this.
Push it in. Push it in.
Push it.
Push it in, Gus.
oh crap! My
Oh
little-
no, you're screwed.
Am I, Peter?
Yes. You are.
Squeeze that hole there. Squeeze that hole.
Squeeze the hole. Get the big D at the top. Yeah, nice.
No.
You're out of. Where are you putting stuff now?
Oh, wherever
It's a
it'll go.
mess.
Oh man.
This is
Look at
a
this
mess.
little. Oh God, this little guy.
What is that little thing?
No, I'm screwed now. Excuse me, coming through.
Excuse me,
Are those-
ma'am.
Are those single square ones leftovers?
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
yeah,
from-
right.
Oh
Oh,
can do it.
Gus.
no! I'm leaving.
Oh, look at that wiggle.
I'm
that
leaving.
wiggle.
Gus left. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that is Pushamo.
Love it.
Very
Nice,
cool.
dude. Coming back. Who's
Coming
next?
back. Hang on. Setting
Me,
up.
I think. Is it me?
No,
It is.
yes, it is. It is. Let me set up yours over here.
Take one of these. One for the road. How's it going over there, Steph?
Fresh and go.
It's going good. I just gave Scotty a few little treaties because I gave her chicken and then I was like, she probably needs a little bit more food.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's very exciting. Her heart, I could feel her heart in me was beating so fast. She was excited about all the food.
I would like to now give away a bundle.
Oh, yeah, of course.
A
We've got a
gabundle.
Nightbot roll.
Oh, do we each give away a
Yeah.
gabundle? A gabundle?
A gabundle.
That is the plan.
Is that what we're going with?
It's a begundle.
But
I will give away a gabundle.
Gay bundle.
Sure.
gabundle.
Can we go with
Gabundle.
it's a give a gay?
A give a gay is great.
Give a gay, it's nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, does that sound bad?
It might. Let's
Gabundle.
gabundle it.
We're back to gabundle.
We're back to total nonsense.
Gabundle.
Nonsense is safe.
Let's do gabundle for this one.
It sounds like the Jewish mum in the family goes, it's a bit of a gabundle.
Oh, God.
Yeah, so we'll be doing a Nightbot roll. How does that work again?
Well, Ben will set up the Nightbot roll, and it's gabundle.
Can the word be
spelling?
gabundle?
Please is being requested.
Yeah.
GABUNDLEY. Gabundle.
G-A bundle. Yeah.
Type it.
There you go. Mac and Dad has got it in the chat, right?
Yep.
Gabundle. There it is. So we're emote only, and if you'd like to score yourself a 2022 itch.io gay game bundle, gabundle, type it in the chat now. That's a donut.
Multifish, you got it wrong.
Multifish also suggested it could be
Cut to Nick.
a bindle, like buy.
Yeah, well, Multifish can shut
Well,
the
aren't we
hell
gonna
up
have to
with
do-
his stupid donuts.
Aren't we going to have to come up with 4 of them?
Yep.
Well, that can be the next one.
Good.
It was a great idea.
No, we've
Multifish.
got his
I like
one.
it. I like
What
it.
was your one? Give a gay.
Give a gay and bindle. I like bindle.
Bindle's good. Buy erasure.
A couple of first-time chats
Healthy.
in there as well, throwing out the gabundle. So the first thing you got to say to our chat was gabundle. Thank
Hell
you
yeah,
very much.
welcome and gabundle everyone.
Gabundle to you, gabundle to anyone watching at home.
Gabundle. I hope you have a gabundling evening.
Gabundle.
Real chaotic gay energy.
It is tonight. All right,
Chaotic
let's
energy.
stop the roll.
Come on,
There's a
gabundle.
couple of variations of it that I'm enjoying very much.
Yeah.
And
Neon Ness 18.
Hey!
Hey.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Ben's going to DM you, I believe, or if you DM back the Back Pocket Twitch account right now, Ben will be able to get your details and we'll get you the $60 pack of
Gabundle.
it's something like Gabundle of 500 games.
I'm gonna look it up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A million games. We promise you tonight 1 million games.
There it is. We never make a problem. We don't
Should we, Nick, are you ready to play your game?
I am ready to play my video game.
Let's see what it is.
And I'm telling you that it's 588 games.
That's crazy.
Holy crap.
What items? Because it's some tabletop things. It's like print a PDF to play a tabletop game.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. It's sick. It's
Just awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so the game that I am playing is a game called, it's not the boy cat thing, it's called You Can't Compete with Mushroom Man. And this is a platformer-esque bitsy story by creator Cubewell, who says, I created this for the Mushroom Jam. It's a little janky because you have to make the gravity go by pressing down yourself. This game is a metaphor for something. If you're a developer or any creative type, to be honest, you'll probably get it. And about the creator, Cubewell. Hi, I'm Cubewell, an outsider making fail media for other outsiders. They, them are their pronouns. I'm here to create, make mistakes, and hopefully get better.
fail media? What an interesting take on it. It's like,
Yeah,
I'm just going to
awesome.
make mistakes so you don't have to.
Like, I've been making fail media my entire career. Okay. You can't compete with Mushroom Man. Hit it, Pete.
That's you.
You're already there. Nick, get
Oh,
that.
I'm looking at the wrong monitor. I'm on screen. Okay.
Can you get the cursor off the screen? It's going to do
yeah,
my head
move
in.
it down to the bottom right.
There we
hand.
go. Thank you.
So this is Mushroom Man, and
He
I'm
just
guessing
eats mushrooms.
these are the mushrooms. You can't compete with Mushroom Man.
Is it you can't compete with Mushroom Man?
Say the line, Bart.
He makes best you around. How
Okay.
exciting! So we're gonna find out what happens. Now
so
I'm
far,
telling
not
you.
a fail.
So this is as far as I played in the game. So this is a wild ride.
nice, nice,
Yep.
nice.
Each of his recipes were carefully written. Every ingredient painstakingly picked.
So you don't know if there's a big twist coming or something we can't show on stream.
No, I
It's a
don't.
metaphor for like the creative experience. I feel like I already knew where this is going.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's about like not believing in yourself. He has a lot of money behind him. It's epic. Even with the best fundraisers in the world, you could never be anything like him. You will never make it on the scale he makes.
Is the mushroom telling you this? Oh.
No, I
There's
think
some mushrooms have a little face.
I think it's his
Oh, I can
inner
jump.
voice.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, that's for
Oh.
gravity. That's for gravity.
Nice, you switched the
I
thing.
turned.
Now
I,
it's
it,
path.
I turned it so I can walk on it. How exciting!
Good.
I wish gravity worked like this. This is a much better version of gravity than the shit stuff we have. And the worst part is, you can't go back now. You won't be able to taste Mushroom Man stew again. Oh no!
Oh no.
Without thinking. Oh right, we
Oh
can
my-
have it, but it's gonna make us
Okay.
feel like
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Right.
I could have made that. You'll think.
It's like
you
watching The
didn't.
Bachelor after watching Love Island. It's like I can't go back to The Bachelor after watching Love
Horrible
Island.
analogy.
Yeah,
Horrible.
but apt for the post show. You didn't. You wouldn't. How do I get a? Oh, okay.
You don't need to jump.
Gravity,
You don't need to jump.
jump. Good. There are a lot of games made in a similar way in the bundle that are like great little stories, but they've just gone, you know what? You're a sprite. You just move around with WASD, and they'll fit their story in that way as well. So, can you jump anywhere?
No, so I could
We
go.
all
I
say
could go up here, and then
Lost?
I can't go across here. So there's invisible blocks
Designated-
stopping, and I can't jump there.
Yeah.
How do you? And I want you to type this out in the chat, guys. How you pronounce WASD is the movement
Phonetically,
keys?
yeah.
Because Nick said WASD, and I've never said WASD. I thought he was talking about Steve Wozniak for a bit. You just said WASD.
I said WASD, but Paul Bishop added another A. There's no A in the actual text.
I've always said
Go WASAD.
I've always said WASD to try and make it sound like a word.
I don't
Like
think
a
I ever.
bad-
I
Wow.
think I've always just said WSAD. I never
Oh.
say it as a word.
Yeah.
I bet you can't even make this jump.
That is the
Oh,
mushroom
are those
talking.
spikes?
Go.
Don't fall.
You can fly, baby.
Go.
I believe I can fly.
That's problematic. Don't sing.
I did it.
Nice.
Yeah, he's
You
a
believed in yourself.
Troubled human.
Good. I love the backwards animation.
Yeah. Well.
WASD.
backwards
Oh,
anyway?
people say WASD. Some say it's Jep. Is WADS? What is wrong with you, Jep?
Yeah. No,
That's
that's
Story's
not
taking a
right.
turn.
You made it here. I thought. All right, listen up, you, and listen good.
Are you Mushroom Man?
I never said I was competing with Mushroom Man. I made my own stew because I wanted to see if I could.
Yes.
And what kinds I could learn.
Yes.
Some kinds of stew I'm decent at. Others, not so much.
And that's fine.
But what you've told me is absurd. I am allowed to exist as a maker
It's true.
without constantly comparing my work to the famous ones.
Yes.
It is.
This is so true.
Fuck you, Mushroom Man.
Despite everything, I think that was a really great day.
Hell yeah.
I've certainly had ones a lot worse. The sun's setting and a cold wind is rolling in.
Oh my god.
You're
It's
getting
so
a-
poetic.
The perfect weather for some mushroom stew.
Hey!
Fuck yeah, we did it!
The game just closed. It's like, go and make that stew. It should have popped up with a mushroom stew recipe.
Yes.
My only note about the game
good.
is
Oh,
like
yeah,
this is
good.
grandma's mushroom
Good
stew.
feedback.
That'd be good.
Toxic Chog violently sobbing.
Okay. Steph, before you disappear, we'll do another Nightbot roll.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And
Sorry.
the code word is
Give a gay.
Give a gay. Give a gay. G-I-V-E-G-A-Y.
There was no A there. That was give gay.
G-I-V-E-A.
A.
G-A-Y.
G-A-Y.
You said give gay.
Sorry, yes,
gay.
give a gay. G-I-V-E-A-G-A-Y.
And if anyone knows anything about spelling on this show,
No spaces.
That's true.
No, make
No
it
space,
difficult.
key carnage.
I want to know what it
Multifish.
looks like as one word as well.
Multifish.
Give a gay.
We went on
I
a real
read Give a
emotional
Gay.
story with that.
We did. I could see the mushroom
sleeper shit.
stew on the gangplank leaving the space station.
We've all-
And carrying
feel
a
like-
little stew.
We've all known a Mushroom Man.
Give a gay, give a gay.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
If I had a
And
dollar.
you know what? In some ways, we are
We're
also
all
the-
mushroom men.
As the Beatles wrote
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I am the
I'm
Eggman.
the
I am
Eggman
and the mushroom
Man.
stew.
Exactly.
Mushroom
Everyone
stew.
I know
Mushroom stew.
compares themselves to I know so many people who compare themselves to
Yeah, but
like
have a
particularly streamers, other streamers, and are like, I'm not as good as that person. And I know some of the people they're comparing them to are comparing themselves to that first person, and they're like, I'm not as good. And it's like, what are we doing? Let's all just be happy and do the things that we love. And in this case, I love giving gays away.
And let's do it, Benny.
And that was the cue
Hit
to
it.
stop the roll.
There it is. I really feel like
Winner
mushroom
is-
soup, right? I do love mushroom stew.
Argonide.
Argonide.
Argonide?
The giveaway.
Well
done.
Congrats.
Is that Ben?
A staple. No, different.
No.
Oh, good. Just
Different
checking.
Because that,
Ben, DM yourself.
congratulations,
yeah, yeah.
Argonide. Enjoy the 588 items.
DM back pocket. Ben will get to you.
Oh, we forgot to mention, everyone we're giving a bundle to has to play the game we recommended. So that you need to play through all of I'm comparing myself to Mushroom.
No, you got to play that cat masturbation game.
Yeah.
That's what you got to play.
It's based off a film.
Pete, you're up.
I'm up.
It is.
Not Steph?
Wait, no,
Steph's up.
No,
Steph's up.
Steph. It's Steph.
Steph,
It's
if
me.
you- it's me. That's my catchphrase. So if you double click the little paw icon, we should be good to go.
So I'm going to play Le Perfect Crime, which
Good.
is a cat-based stealth game set in a museum. I'm assuming in Paris because it
played a
is
million of
Le
these.
Perfect Crime.
Very good.
And I have not played it.
What are the controls? Is this the cat masturbation game? It's not meta fanfare. Though if it's French, there'll be some
There'll
kind
be
of wank.
some
in it.
masturbation.
Oh, interact. And there's a
It
map.
could be art.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
like-
yeah,
It's
yeah.
arrows,
about
it's
baguette.
space.
You can emote.
I can emote with Z.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Map is X and C is interact.
So no WASD?
No
No
WASD.
WASD.
Just arrows. Developed by Stephanie.
Psychopath.
Sorry, yes, and the game's developed by Alex Pritchard, who is the programmer, Jack Brewer, who is also a programmer, and the art is by Josie Wood.
Nice.
Not
I'm
a lot of
liking
information about them
Josie's
as a
art.
studio, but a great 3-person team there. Cool.
Take us on the perfect crime. Oh God, I really struggle
Carlos
with that.
says you say wassid like flaccid.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
what I was saying. I was like,
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell is going on here?
Oh, cool.
Oh, sick. What
just
the
got-
shit?
I'm just hacking. I'm just hacking.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Hacking failed.
To be fair, a cat hacking should not be successful on the
Are you
first
on the
attempt.
roof?
I love
Oh my
the
god.
jump up.
Oh my god.
Ah!
Oh, God.
That was that le perf.
Oh god, the cat is dead.
They're so locked up.
Prison?
Okay, so hang on. You're
Really?
jumping through a vent,
Yep.
Enter vent.
and you're doing like there's
but-
carpet on that ceiling, so that
Oh,
cat can do all
there's
claws.
a stamina bar. Right. That's
Yeah.
why you were falling
Gotcha.
down.
Hack that.
Jump.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, great hacking
Nice.
Thank
Some
you.
Undertale shit.
Nice.
How you hack. Take notes. Yes.
Good.
CCTV
I have
access
access to
granted.
the CCTV.
Nice.
Oh, shit!
Get on the roof. Oh no.
Oh, there's another vent.
There's another vent. There's another vent.
Bum ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum
Wait, does that mean
bum, bum,
do I
bum,
go
bum,
this
bum.
way?
No, no, no. Go back through that vent, and there's another vent. See on the ground.
That's-
near the red.
Careful, he's coming.
He's coming.
Go, he's,
You're-
Oh, yeah,
Now,
he's
now.
off to wank. Go.
go snap his neck.
Give him a steely glare.
Oh, you're straight
Oh,
up there.
no.
Your stamina.
You're in the-
Hack the phone. Nice jump.
Good work.
Oh my god, get the fuck out of the way.
All right, go
Steph.
right to the
Hack,
corner.
hack, hack,
Holy
hack.
Hack,
shit,
hack,
Steph.
hack. Yes, you're amazing.
Ready? Is it gonna get harder?
That guy has a short.
Oh, it's what's that? What's the falling?
Bullet heli? Kind
Yeah.
Jump!
Tetris.
Jump!
That's basically.
She went straight back to hack.
Space Invaders.
Get ready, get ready.
Tetris.
It's an easy. Oh, oh.
No!
Oh, it's
Quickly jump when you
It
come out.
seems
He's
like
coming.
there's some momentum on that.
Jump the roof.
catwalk.
Oh, to prison.
Back
Going
to
to get
cat's
in prison
jail.
again.
At least you're going back. You've already made friends on the inside. You've got a network.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. One more time.
You don't need to join a gang.
You can recover the shiv that you hid behind the toilet in your
Yep.
cell.
You have claws.
For 10.
Oh
Oh
god!
shit!
Oh, that was
That
heaps
got hard.
Why so fast? Is it because I
Try
because
again.
I
It's a
failed?
It's a setup.
He's
Right.
not coming.
No, he's
Oh,
coming. He's coming. Back in the vent. Back in the vent. Back in the vent. Oh, your stamina.
Oh,
Steph,
good
still.
work.
It's fine because it's dark. It's fine because
And
it's
you
dark.
can't snap his neck?
You know what I love? I love that the guards turn up and they see a cat and they're like, "This cat is definitely breaking it."
Yeah, yeah.
These guards are sick.
No!
Shit.
Oh. 1 second. 1 second. Oh,
Come on.
0.7 of a second.
Cat's gonna get a tear tattoo.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell.
Look how much you've still got to go.
It's good though. I'm like invested.
Oh yeah.
All right. Oh yeah. You could have guessed this.
Get ready. Get ready. Can you go left and right?
Oh yes, I can.
Yeah. There's your. There it is.
Oh my god, I didn't even know.
Is that momentum?
Oh.
Oh my god, I don't have the reflexes.
Cat
You're a
like?
cat. Come on.
No.
Oh, you're so right that you're just.
To be fair,
given enough-
that first guard turns up to inspect the dark and goes, "No one here."
No one here.
Yeah.
Probably another alley cat.
Probably.
Splinter Cell was right the whole time.
Seriously was.
All right, you got this, Steph.
Compelling.
Oh, good.
Quick.
Oh shit!
All right.
I clapped.
Nice. All right, through the next vent. Hard right. Hard right. Yeah.
Nice. That's the
Look
trick.
at you sticking in the dark. This is cool.
Left and right,
This
left
is
and right.
a Cool game.
Quick like a cat. Quick like a cat.
Oh.
Jesus.
Well, I just because last time I was like,
ceiling.
Wait, and
To the ceiling.
Nice.
I thought last time I didn't realize I could move left and right. I only could jump. So I was like, I
Yeah.
wonder if I can jump in this one.
You sure could.
catchphrase
All right.
to the
Make sure
ceiling.
you don't waste your stamina. On, yeah.
Yeah.
Head to the right. Head to the right. Now start heading to the left.
Fucking
What?
Oh my god. God.
I was gonna trick the blood red dots.
Straight in. All right,
Yeah,
you got
makes
this.
sense.
You got this.
Nice.
God.
Nice. 2 seconds.
What?
So close, Steph.
It was right on the pinky.
Go again.
it's
Go again.
now, just go
spread
again.
paw.
Nah, I don't want to risk it.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
fair.
risk it.
Fair.
Why are these guys wearing sunglasses inside?
Because they're,
They're cool
man.
guys.
So cool.
That
They're
guy
more
was
dog-
dancing.
They're more dog people.
All right, this time for sure.
So then you're doing this and you're going where? To the far left, I assume.
Yeah, I assume so.
What are we
Who knows
stealing?
what we learned from this? Yeah. We got CCTV from the last one. Didn't expect that.
Nailed it, Steph. Nailed it.
Oh,
Nailed
nice.
it, Steph.
Door access.
Stephanie Ben Dixon.
Oh, you opened doors.
Career criminal.
Nice.
Where is?
You're gonna go all the way past him. Keep
Yep.
going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Far
Keep
as
going.
you
Keep
can.
going. Keep going.
Oh, no, there was a vent there.
Who cares?
No,
We
no,
got
you
door
came through
access.
that. You came through that.
We got door access.
Yep. New vent. New vent.
Oh my god.
Ah! Jump! Jump!
Oh my.
I couldn't see where I was.
Yeah,
You've got to get to that.
Drop.
Uh-oh. You're in
Cover
the dark.
stamina.
You're in the dark. You're
Cover
in the dark.
stamina.
And
Up.
Yep.
Great.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
kitty
Yeah.
prison.
Kitty's gonna. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
jail.
Well done.
That was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Very
And
good.
I did have another one that I'll talk about on the thing.
Nice. Giveaway. What was the word?
Bindle.
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 Yes, bindle. Like bundle, but replace the U with an I.
And
Yeah.
with an even kinkier because it's given me S&M vibes.
That's
Binding.
buy.
No, buy. Oh, but binding as well.
BI,
Works
but
both.
it's
binding.
Yeah,
It
so
was
it's buy.
Yeah.
Oh, like I bound. I need
Bisexual
to
and
by
bound. Yeah, yeah.
I need to be bound.
Be bound. My tools.
My
Yeah,
tools.
Yeah.
Bindle, everyone. Bindle. Binding in chat, please.
Damn it, Multifish.
Ideally, what you do is you take the guy you're attracted to and the girl you're attracted to, and you put them back to back and strap them up,
Oh, yeah.
and then you just flip them over when you want the other one.
That's going to need a
Ba-bum.
lot of rounds of
Ba-bum.
consent.
Yeah, everyone's into it. Everything I say, everyone is into.
What's the other one doing when they're in timeout? They got their phone or something?
Oh, they're just eating pasta. They need to keep up their energy. It's a long night.
Oh, she's
Are
going to
they-
change her top again.
Okay, I've got my next word. Oh, no. Amazing. All right, let's roll it.
That was the funniest thing. I look over and Steph's just in her clothes. What is going on?
Lord Squirrel won the giveaway.
Hey, well done, Lord
Congrats.
Squirrel. Lord of all squirrels. Peter,
Yep.
final game.
Final game.
Do you want me to press anything?
While he's setting that up, you said you had another game?
There was another one that I'm just like excited to play. It's like a little 10-minute kind of mindfulness meditation, and I'm big into like mindfulness games. There's a few that I don't really play a lot of mobile games because I just don't enjoy playing games on my mobile. But
Yep.
like I find mindfulness games and like little like check in each day and just water this plant, or like check in each day and like manage this terrarium.
Yep.
You know, that kind of stuff is cool. And this was kind of like a little mindfulness meditation questionnaire type interview thing that was really nice, and I enjoyed that.
What was it called?
I think it was called
Meditation on the Body.
Yes.
Written it down here. Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Peter's game.
Peter's game is called The Gardener and the Wild Vines.
Hey.
It is a leap and... it asks you to leap and slash at flowers growing on the vines to propel yourself upwards. Chain them together to go fast, but watch your step. There are 28 handcrafted levels with a wide variety of fun mechanics.
28 levels.
I did
Yeah.
take a little play of this one.
Oh, yeah.
Really fun.
Decent.
Yeah.
Better than Mushroom Man?
Better than Mushroom Man. That's for
All
damn
different
sure.
and wonderful. All different and wonderful in their own ways.
Now, I believe the developer of this is Finite Reflection.
Yep,
Is
they're a
that what
thing.
this note is here, Gus? Yeah, yeah. And their like modus operandi is to make cool and weird stuff. Sometimes from game jams, sometimes full commercial releases. And I mean, look at the polish already.
It's beautiful.
It's very nice.
Better than the rest of your games. I picked the best one.
So Always a
Everyone's a winner here, though. Everyone's a winner, though. But I'm the real winner. Look at this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it a dick?
So I thought, and Pete, I'm jumping ahead. I thought this was a one mechanic game.
Cool. Look at the
I believe
art.
it is.
No, we'll keep
We'll
playing.
find out, yeah. As the gardener approached the tower, he noticed the knight standing at the entrance. Her sword stood buried in the ground before her, and she leaned on it lazily. Get a job, knight. Stop being so lazy. Hark, gardener. You're not allowed to be here. I'm required to ask you to go home peacefully. Oh, hey, don't worry about me.
No different voices?
Come on, Pete. You love your performance background.
Yeah. Oh, hey, don't y'all worry about me. I'm here to keep the vine growth under control. Oh, well, I don't see too many vines here. As you can see, I've been doing a very good job.
Good point.
Sorry?
Good point.
Okay. Honestly, I don't care what you do. You just can't go through this door. No problem. I'll stay clear. Have a beautiful day. Whatever. Move around the tower.
Oh.
Oh wow, 360.
Oh my god,
That's
it's
Pez.
it's cuckoo
Fez?
clock wood. Hold down whilst falling off to spring off a leaf.
Miles and Zach.
Oh my
So
goodness.
this is
Pez.
super satisfying. So keep moving.
Sorry, let me get this
Sound
cursor.
effects are great.
Yep. It's good. Squishy
Beautifully
leaf.
designed. And then,
Gus is leading us to a reveal, like a good audio.
Oh my goodness.
Holy shit.
now
What?
do it move like left and right.
Wow.
How good is that?
That's some serious
The
arm
first
strength.
time I did it, I was like, what the fuck? This is awesome. Very cool.
Amazing. Amazing.
It's got some Celeste vibes to it.
Yeah.
Like the
I know,
springiness of the
Celeste.
controls. Huh. Nicely done, Peter.
Lovely work. So is it a climbing game?
I believe so.
Like a
All right,
tower
maybe-
climb,
yeah.
28
Yeah, that's
tower
the
level?
stages.
No
There's-
problem,
There's
easy, yeah.
28 different
Prince, are you
towers
there?
they've done.
Oh, we found Prince. He's not dead.
I wish.
Yeah, no, he's dead.
I watch his.
Prince is
I
in
watch
another
his.
tower.
I watch.
Prince is in another tower.
Excellent. I watch
Nicely
his
flipped.
Super Bowl performance
Oh.
like every 4 weeks, literally. Oh my god, we should watch it in the post shows.
Why BuriBuri can't sue us.
She loves.
Well, didn't you say I was allowed to go through the door? Yeah, okay. So there's a cute little
arrest you.
there's a cute little back and forth. I kind of want to see the next level. Can I?
Yeah,
Can I
yeah.
hold the skip?
Big Ben says that this one's on Steam as well if you want to purchase it there.
This is
Well, also, like, I imagine the profits go to them too, but it's like you could buy it from itch.io separately. So if you jump on their website, you can buy this game through
Outside
that.
of the bundle, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they get the much better cut.
I would assume so.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
nice.
Pete, speedrun.
All right,
Found a new.
look at me speedrunning this conversation.
Yeah, jaw drop, you know.
Oh my god. So,
I'm moving faster than the vines can.
oh, there's combos? Sick. Oh,
When you fall so far.
but it's nice that
frustrating.
you're like adding more to the.
Yeah.
Do you have a limit on how many
Oh.
like vines you can grow?
Remember to slam down, Pete, when you fall.
No, I know, but I'm trying to just combo the up because you don't need to do anything other than.
Oh. 7. Get to 7.
Sound effects are
Get to
great.
7.
Oh, come on!
Boo.
Oh, I'm all the way to the ground. This is awesome.
It's very poppy and very, super gratifying sound effects and
Like-
animations.
The
Nice.
clouds in the background are beautiful too. And another tower over there.
Remember to slide in the walls,
Tower
Pete.
you're gonna go
Oh, yeah.
to.
You got to do that. Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
right.
that's it. That's where you can hover on the way down and wait for it.
Yeah.
And then slam down. There
It
you
And
looks-
wait for it to grow.
It looks smooth. Is it smooth to control?
Yeah, and I'm playing on like a Mac keyboard, like a crazy person over here. So I imagine it'd feel amazing on good hardware.
Oof. Nice.
Yeah. That's sick, man. That's a cool game.
It's very
I'm
groovy.
gonna come
isn't
back
The
across.
Gardener and the Wild Vines. Pete, pick a word.
it? I ran out of things to press.
Gaydner.
Excellent.
Oh, very
Gaydner.
Gaydener, like Gardner, but with a Y.
Gaydner.
Gaydener. And while that's happening, Jaw Drop was talking about Purple Rain at the Super Bowl. I recommend everyone go and just look up on YouTube Prince, Purple Rain, Super Bowl. Apart from the fact that it's just a phenomenal performance, it was torrential rain during that performance. It was absolutely unbelievably, horrifically just pouring down. And it's like, Prince is in sort of like 4-inch heels and there's like dances around him and stuff.
And apparently the surface that they're on is like, you know, it's sort of a plasticky glass stage that they bring out and they click together, and it was like ice on normal shoes, and he's out there in these like platform, and everyone behind the scenes. That's my favorite thing, is thinking of the people not only who are running the electrics, they were worried he was just going to get electrocuted. There was so much stuff running out there.
And there is this phenomenal anecdote, because there's this behind the scenes of the thing, and the producer of the show calls up Prince that morning and says to him, so it's raining. And Prince says, yeah, I know it's raining. And the producer goes, are you okay with it? And he said that all he heard was just, there was a moment of pause on the other end of the line. And then Prince just said, can you make it rain harder? It's like, fuck yes, Prince. Gone too soon.
Wow.
so good. So good.
Let's roll it.
Cut it.
Cut the roll. And he was always going to play Purple Rain, right?
It was, yeah. and it is literally like...
Race here, 1076.
Yeah.
There you go.
So the 4 games that we played as part of that bundle was Pushimo, that was Gus's game. You Can't Compete with Mushroom Man was mine. La Perfect Crime was Steph's, and the one that she mentioned as well was Meditation on the Body. And Pete checked out The Gardener and The Wild Vines. There's over 500 items in that bundle. As Pete said, it's not just games. There's tabletop RPGs. We were talking about the Honey Trap?
Honey
Heist.
Honey Heist.
Is part of it.
Yeah. Nice.
And there's just tons of awesome stuff in there. So even if you didn't win the bundle today, go support the queer bundle on itch.io this year. They run it every year. Profits are all split between all the queer developers. It's a fantastic
Itch doesn't get
fundraising
any of
thing.
it.
Itch doesn't get any of it for these bundles. And there is just so much awesome, experimental, fun, bizarre, unique, brilliant, special little things in there as well. So,
Some much kinkier stuff than we were able to show as well.
My God.
We were all, as Nick said, all going through finding them, being like, well, I want this to be my game. And we're like, well, we'll just see what happens on the night. Because
But that can't go in there for my game on Twitch. That thing there couldn't go in that thing there.
No.
That's why
No.
I couldn't do it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
Sorry, I confused you.
Very confused.
We are going to take a very short break, and we'll be back to round out the show with one more segment right after this.
Bum, 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 banana. Dum 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 dum. Earth.
Do you find yourself getting embarrassed in cold weather?
Do you have difficulty finding shirts that fit?
Are you leaking milk out of 1/3 of your nipples?
If so, you might have a third nipple and could be in line for a huge compensation payout from God.
Hi, we're the team from Akrash, and Buzzard, and we don't stop until we get you a big payout from the big guy.
But don't take our word for it. We lie for a living. Here's the word of one of our very satisfied customers.
Yeah, when I found out I had a third nipple, I was like, cool. But then the team from Akrash, and Buzzard told me I could get an almighty payout from the Almighty.
That'll work, won't it? He'll buy that.
Akarash, and Buzzard. The only lawyers you should put your faith in to sue God.
Because we didn't make you like this, he did.
Or she.
Nah, it's a bloke.
stress and I feel like a grub. I've done something stupid and now there's the rub. It's seeping through and it's leaving a sticky splotch. They're staring at me with the evil eye, 'cause I got my rag and I'm just rubbing it dry. Don't they understand? I spilled my beer on the crotch. I spilled beer on the crotch. I spilled beer on the crotch. Don't they understand? I spilled beer on the crotch. I spilled beer on the crotch. I spilled beer on the crotch. Don't they understand? I spilled beer on the crotch.
And it's just reach crotch.
Never not perfect.
It's
So good.
So good.
Muso for Hire is the mushroom stew man.
Yeah.
We were
Never
just
tried
saying,
that.
we thought that maybe we could put that out on socials, Muso. If you're happy for us to post that, we'll accredit you for that. But it's just perfect.
But we will lift you onto our shoulders when we're in a pub in Melbourne for PAX, singing that across,
Yeah.
filling a bar, singing that as I just pour
Good.
beer on my crotch.
Yeah,
What a
perfect.
lovely image we will definitely have to create now.
All right, we're going to round out the show with one last segment because Summer Game Fest is happening overnight. We're going to be watching it tomorrow at 10:30 live, 10:30 tomorrow morning live on this Twitch channel. So you don't need to get up at 3 and watch it. But before we watch it, we want to predict what happens so that we get it massively wrong and we prove ourselves like idiots overnight. And this is the back pocket of streaming time zone appropriate Summer Game Fest Predictions.
Sponsored by
Back Pocket.
Back Pocket. That's us.
Hey, I know those guys.
I know
Wait
this guy.
a
This is
minute,
cool.
we don't sponsor our own thing, do we?
So, the key threes.
The Keeleys.
The Keeleys are the awards.
That's
key
true,
three.
actually.
Key three.
Key three, yeah, I
is,
get it.
Is
That's
the
good.
key three is the
Yeah,
is the week.
I totally got it from the start.
So Jeff Keighley has come out and said to temper our expectations a little bit.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That there's a lot of the stuff that is going to be announced is apparently known
announced.
quantities
Do you
in some
reckon?
capacity.
That's a distraction.
I knew that would be. Not only did I know that you would say that, that would be the first thing you would say.
That's what they want us to believe.
Yeah.
You crusty
It's gonna be the
fuck.
best show ever, isn't
There's going
it?
to be 7 new IPs announced tomorrow morning. You
But they-
heard it here first, folks.
But they don't want you to watch. That's why he's trying to turn it.
They're shy. But we are going to run through. We've got 2 predictions each for what we're going to see on the show. Peter, do you want to start us off?
Sure.
Yeah.
I will just point out, I saw Give Me New Banjo-Kazooie in chat, and of course everyone in the world wants that.
Come on.
But we've had to be mindful of the fact that the Bethesda Microsoft event is happening 2 days later.
On Monday.
So there's unlikely going to be anything Bethesda or Microsofty tomorrow.
Oh,
we
crap.
will also be watching that at 10:30 on Monday morning.
Yeah.
Watching that live.
Gus is like, take a...
Yeah, I just realized one. I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense anymore. But go on.
Okay, so Bioshock 4 is pretty much confirmed to be in the works. It's going to be announced tomorrow, and it's going to be a late 60s, early 70s Moonraker space station.
Oh, that'd be good. That's like a System Shock, but like with a new.
Not even a cat could stop me getting hard for that.
Yeah, it's going to be basically Bioshock Austin Powers
Ooh.
3.
It's going to be.
Wow.
Well, it's going to. That's Prey.
They go to space in 2.
Two.
2, yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
it's Prey.
Prey
It's
is.
Prey vibes.
They're just going to
Yes.
make Prey,
Yeah.
and I would love that.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
Oh, I love that as an idea.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Give me that.
Give me that, Gus.
My first prediction is hopefully we get some information regarding the next Kojima title. We've heard a number of rumors. The first one was that Norman Reedus, who played the titular that guy in Death Stranding,
What was his name?
Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam Lincoln.
They said his
Sam
name 7
Lincoln.
times. Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam Porter
Sam Porter
Bridges.
Bridges.
that he
I don't do
mentioned-
touching. Nice to meet you.
That's right. Oh my god. Or, yeah, no, wasn't it? I heard you don't do touching.
Yeah,
nice to meet you.
Yes, that's right. He tweeted about working on a follow-up or finishing a mocap for a new Kojima
He said
title.
we're working on the next one of those.
The next one of those. And there was also a headline dropped about Kojima working on a horror title starring Margaret Qualley, who played a character in Death Stranding.
Yep.
So yeah, there's rumors going around about his next title, his next IP. There was a heap of runway between the announcement of Death Stranding and when it came out. So he and Keeley are both buds. Keeley was in Death Stranding.
There wasn't that much. It was Metal Gear Solid 5 came out, and then it was like a year later they announced Death Stranding. And
I was
then
at E3 when they announced it at the Sony press conference.
Yeah.
And that was like 28.
Yeah, remember that first, like, it was
The first
down the throat baby?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah,
So,
yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.
I think
so
we
true.
we
Middle C. When you say the titular character, it means their name is in the title.
Bridges. Yeah, they built bridges.
Yeah, but the game is called
name
Death
is
Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Sam Death Stranding Bridges powers. Danger. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Slush fund. So yeah, I'm wondering because he's buds with Keeley. Maybe we get some info. I'm keen for a new Kojima adventure.
Well, I read a thing or heard a thing yesterday where the horror thing is potentially the thing that they'll announce.
Yeah.
And that Kojima may be doing a bit of an anthology thing like the
Titular.
what's the horror thing?
Porter Bridges.
PT? Silent Hill?
Silent Hill.
No, the Until Dawn, the
Scaredy Boys.
yeah.
The
The man from
called?
Dark Pictures.
Man.
Dark Pictures anthology.
Yes.
Yeah, but using a lot of the same actors.
Cool.
So Death Stranding, but like it'll be a totally different game. But
He
it's
makes his friends
yeah,
with
yeah,
Hollywood and
yeah,
he
yeah.
puts them in
Malik?
games.
Del Toro.
And
Yeah.
At the helm.
Mads Mikkelsen, all that.
And the baby.
And the baby.
Baby,
And the
yeah.
baby.
The
So
baby.
yeah, Kojima news.
You could always say it's gonna be a game 3 men and a BB.
Ooh, it's a good title. It's a clever title.
Steph.
Well, we got the announcement of the new Dragon Age game title, which was Dragon Age
Dreadwolf.
Dreadwolf. That's right. So I feel like I don't know that we're gonna see a trailer yet, but I
Yep.
feel like we'll see a little bit of a teaser of something.
Like a
Like a-
CG.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a little CG something that will give us the vibe or the setting or the kind of general theme of the game. I feel like we'll see something because I don't feel like they would have announced the title without following it up with a little taste.
Yeah,
And that title does not look good. Sounds good. Looks bad.
Oh yeah,
purple.
That neon
it
purple looks like Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
It was a weird choice for sure, but I'm excited because it's been like I enjoyed the Dragon Age games, but I didn't really get into them in the way that I wanted to, and I feel like I'm now at a point where I'd be like heaps keen to play and stream.
Because they've already done the one Dragon Age thing, but trailer, but it was super vague. But you're talking a little more like now it's focused around the Dreadwolf thing, and we're going a little more like maybe seeing some of the
just a
characters.
little bit of context of the
yep.
setting and the story and the themes and the
cool.
maybe some
Just
character
put some
stuff.
serif on your font.
Just make it all serif.
You guys are such
Sans
font
of it right
nerds.
now.
Curls MD that shit.
Yeah. Brush script.
Oh my god. Okay. My first prediction. I think we're going to see Elden Ring DLC announcement. That the game got announced at
Keeley 3.
Key 3.
Oh yeah, totally.
And
2020 key.
He I think that like Keeley I really like Jeff Keighley and the things that he does for the game industry, but the man is like Kojima, where he collects developers as friends, and he's done it with Kojima, and he's doing it with
From Miyazaki.
So I think that given the massive success of the game, huge sales, it worked for them last time. Let's do it here again. Strike while the iron is hot as well. People are still talking about this game and be like, we've got DLC coming. It's coming relatively soon.
Yeah, From's track record of DLC for their Souls and Soulsborne games has been skint and very, I would say,
Really?
well, spaced out from the title. But Elden Ring is kind of, I would have said so. Like, first Dark Souls DLC came well and truly down.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah,
And
potentially.
has Bloodborne even had any?
Yeah, Bloodborne had DLC. The old hunters, and it was amazing.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
totally
they've all
slept on
been
that.
They've all been
incredible.
meaty,
Like they've all
yeah,
often been
awesome.
2 Scholar of the First Sin, and 3 had
3, yeah.
something, and all has been good.
I just mean that
They're usually like a little more delayed, you reckon? But I think you're right in that, like,
Ashes of Andriel.
why not announce it now?
Yeah.
Even if it's coming out in a year's time, which
Yeah.
I think you're right. It's probably more likely to be a 2-year window between a initial launch and that DLC dropping.
But Elden Ring
maybe
is bucking the trend and changing a bit of how they do their Souls games. So it's capitalizing on this incredible success they've had. So
I'm
yeah.
terrified at what the size of the DLC.
Yeah.
In the game. But I like skint and titular as being 2 words that you
I use skin
never
wrong?
said before. You said there has been skint, and skint is like
Does that mean
stingy and thin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it hasn't been. The DLC has been meaty
fat and
excellent.
juicy.
Yeah.
I could use more.
that was a click at me. Dan Trachtenberg was going to be there tomorrow. The director of 10 Cloverfield Lane and
Scant.
many things that you will have enjoyed. Scant. He did an episode of Skint. He did. He's done like The Boys and stuff. He's a great young director. He's directing the new feature that the trailer came out today or yesterday. Has been teased for a while now. Prey, which is a prequel to the Predator series.
Oh.
It looks fucking sick.
Yeah. It's
and-
like Native American, like
yeah. It's a Predator arrives in
pre-colonialized
North America as it's being
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
colonized.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's basically Pocahontas with a predator. And it looks dope.
Wow.
But I reckon he's going to be there tomorrow, and there's going to be a tie-in video game.
Wow.
Ooh,
So a predator, like a predator.
Yeah, Predator
Yeah.
video game, but you're trying to take out Predator with a bow and arrow.
Do you want it to be like a third-person action or first-person?
I want it
action
to
game?
be a Horizon reskin.
Amazing.
You know what? I want it to be.
Because we need to take out the strong female protagonist.
She's
It's
a
a
strong female
female
protagonist in Prey.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
oh, right.
yeah.
I thought it was a
Just
Schwarzenegger
reskin
type.
it,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Ah.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. It's
Very
going to
cool.
be sick.
That would be cool. Like King Kong, the game, the Peter
Yeah.
Jackson one. Like
Yeah.
no HUD, just like
Yeah.
moving through the bushes, getting hunted. That'd be cool. Yeah, very cool.
Also, I was wrong about skint as well. Skint is poor.
Oh,
Means you don't have a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean,
like stingy, poor, like you were
yeah,
getting.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like it has multiple uses, and I feel like it's used
it
in the
can't be
context that you're talking about as well.
That's a win for Nikki.
Also me.
Your titular.
My
number 2?
titular skinned pick is I often find when we do these things and it's like, what do we predict will happen? I like our game picks for our Pocket League. I like to put something in there that I really want to happen that I don't think will. So this is that version of that, which is we're getting information for Modern Warfare 2. Is that what it's been called?
Yep.
Modern Warfare 2.
Very creatively titled.
Yeah, but confusingly titled if you've lived through both of them. I want some info on Warzone 2. They've talked about the fact that they're going to be making a second Warzone. It is reaching capacity in the way it's being designed at the moment with the Vanguard remake on the Pacific Island. I don't believe it's being enjoyed by the same sized audience.
You do know that they announced some stuff today about it?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to know some of it, or do
Yeah.
you, yeah?
been
So,
announced.
just some information came out about it today because they put out the trailer for Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, but they put out like They put out like 6 trailers of someone in a truck looking like what are their names?
Sam Porter Bridges.
Thank you. Skull Guy and British Man.
good.
Both
Ghost and
McTavish.
McTavish.
Looking in a
something.
van at the other side.
Soap.
And then Soap and McTavish. And then they just put new celebrities in this trailer. And I
Yep.
was like, give me some fucking gameplay. So I haven't seen anything else.
So they're resetting everything, but it will exist alongside Warzone 1. So Warzone 1 is still going to be supported. So Warzone 2, it's coming this year at some point, but they said later this year. They didn't tie it to the release date of October.
Yeah, I didn't
which is
expect it
COD.
to, but I thought
There's going to be new vehicles, new guns, equipment, and a swimming underwater combat mechanic as
in
well.
Warzone 1,
No, in Warzone 2.
Yeah, great.
And that there is going to be it's built on a new engine as well, which
That's
is kind of
the
why
main-
they're resetting everything and trying to get rid of a lot of that jank and be able to implement some.
Even
new
if it's
things.
just one of
and
those-
you can't transfer anything over, so it is like
Great.
a total from
I'm
zero.
ready for that. And even if it is a trailer that's just a zoom out of big letters and then just an island and just says Warzone
And
2.
then it zooms out even further, and it was happening all on the back of Bruce Willis's head.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
There is
He's on King Kong.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, because I'm Die Hard.
Yeah.
The titular Die Hard.
Mr. Hard.
Don't touch.
So congratulations, the first prediction that came true. Yay! Well
nailed
done, Steph.
They're doing a Last of Us remake,
Yes.
and
Part 2?
No, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
They're remaking The Last of Us, which I'm very excited about because I would love to play that again. And the idea of them sort of properly remaking that is very exciting. I think that'll come out this year. I reckon it's going to come out before the end of the year, and I reckon they're going to announce a release date.
Oh.
Yeah,
And so therefore a trailer as well.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Is the trailer just going to be TLU whatever and then a twang? And just like remastered or
It's
something?
definitely going to be that stuff, but I reckon we'll see. I just want to see
Be
like
great to
the visual upgrade and stuff would be awesome to see. You know, it brought up to the close to the level of the second one would
It'd be wonderful if that remaster had like new angles to the cinematics and some stuff like that. It's
Totally,
just-
because it still holds up. Like looking at it, it's stunning. But like side by side, there's such a big leap in the quality of the art and the motion capture and everything from first to second. And it's just that, yeah. I will never get over that game, those two games together. So I'm excited to play them again.
I played it on PS4. I didn't
Yeah,
play it
me
on
too.
PS3. I played the it wasn't remastered,
sorry.
but like
I played it on
up-resed
PS3.
version.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Because it sort of was at the end of the PS3 generation, moving
Yeah.
into the PS4, and they sort of like.
It came bundled with the DLC on the new console.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And it looked great.
The DLC
like,
was great too.
Yeah, it is.
What about that? It was on the PS3.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry, I was saying when I nodded, I was like, no, we all played it on PS3.
yeah.
Yeah. 9 years old.
They're chunky.
9 years old.
I've already forgotten that it was like
The toast from and grill.
it was the yes.
Yes, yeah. Amazing.
Wow.
And then my final prediction, so I've been predicting this one for a while. I just want it to come true. And I feel like it could tomorrow, which is Hollow Knight Silksong gets a release date and a new trailer. But most importantly, a release date. I don't think it'll be a surprise drop on the day. I think that it's too big a game, like in the eyes of fans, to get that. But they've just gone dark for so long. Obviously, the pandemic sort of threw everyone into chaos, but Team Cherry are a team of like 2 people who I'm fairly certain were doing stuff remotely anyway. And if not, a 2-person studio is in theory a lot easier to go remote than
So what you're saying is pandemic be damned, it should be here now?
Sure. Well, I'm saying that
Try harder,
hopefully try harder. That hopefully the pandemic didn't throw as much of a wrench into their development plans as it did for a lot of other games. And
Kizio5 in the chat says that's a lovely dream.
it is a lovely dream. Like it has, and the other reason that I think that it could happen is that I think if it doesn't happen sometime in the next couple of weeks, after the big like video game Christmas stuff has happened, it's verging into like vaporware territory of like, you spoke about this years ago and we never see it. Every Nintendo indie conference, people are like, Hollow Knight Silksong is happening, and then it never happens. So I think that it's big enough to be at something like this, and I just want it. Hollow Knight is one of my favorite all-time games.
If you wish hard enough, it will come true.
It's true.
That's not true, though. That's not true.
Oh, it isn't?
No.
Oh,
no,
damn.
no. But if you dream hard enough, you might get a dream PC.
There you go. That's not true either. If you dream hard enough and save your money, you can definitely get a dream PC. Okay, so I'm just going to run through these again. BioShock revealed, and it's a 60s, 70s Moonraker space station.
Believe it.
Kojima's next project is announced.
Please.
Dragon Age Dreadwolf teaser trailer with some more info, but probably not gameplay.
Probably not gameplay, no.
Elden Ring DLC is announced. Dan Trachtenberg is there to reveal that there's a Prey tie-in video game. COD Warzone 2 details out now.
You put the war on at some point. I didn't plug that war in. You did.
I must have.
Last of Us 2 remake. We got a trailer, and you thought a release date.
I think a release date before the end of the year, probably Christmas.
Oh yeah, and then Hollow Knight Silk Song is going to disappoint everybody by not making an appearance.
And we are not going to check the news, watch any of this stuff. We are going to go in blind at
10:30 is when we will be
tomorrow.
live and about to watch the thing. So yeah, if you want to watch it, come along and watch it with us.
And do the same. Don't scroll
don't
through
watch
news.
Totally.
Don't
Yeah,
watch
yeah, yeah.
YouTube or
Hold
look
off,
at
hold off because
Yep.
it'll be like what do you call it?
edging.
It'll
I was
be
going to
like-
interrupt when you said something else, but I'm so proud you said edging.
No,
And I'm so proud you looked at me.
Because you said, what do you call it?
Yeah, edging. So at 3 o'clock, you might be in bed and you'll wake up at 3 and you'll be like, oh, it's happening right now. But then you're like, oh, but it'll be like, I'll just
And in
get
the morning,
so much more
you're going to
satisfaction
want to check
if I
Twitter
wait
and you're going to
another
want to
7
check all the
hours.
things in the news about the stuff and they're going to be like trailers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nah,
And
don't do it.
You can pick up your phone and you can hold it in your hand and you can like slide around and open up some apps and stuff, but don't open up the YouTube app or the Twitch app to watch.
Or the Twitter app.
Or the,
Twitter app.
I would say off Twitter.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I would go to Twitter and put your finger on it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then when it's about to explode open,
Yeah.
just let go and pull back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it till it starts to jiggle
Yep.
and then release.
Yep, totally.
And back out of it.
And then think about like your grandma playing baseball or something, and then just
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like pull back from there. Yeah.
Home run!
Um,
Because you would prefer to join us in the... Wait, it's still a prediction slide. Well, that was...
the back pockets. Australian time zone appropriate SummerGamesFest Predictions. Tomorrow will be the watch party. That's happening tomorrow for the SummerGamesFest on a Monday in place of the news podcast at 10:30. So same time. You only need to remember one time, one channel. It is 10:30 in the morning. It is this Twitch channel. Monday we're going to do the Xbox Bethesda showcase as well, which will be very exciting. Okay, cool.
Do our predictions roll over if they don't come true in this one, even though they won't be
Yes.
relevant?
Yours does because it's
Oh,
no,
Activision
Activision won't be
no,
there.
no,
No.
no.
No ones do. Maybe Hollow Knight if it gets a Game Pass announced,
Hey, dream.
potentially.
Dream it.
Dream it. And maybe the Prey one turns out to be
Maybe it'll be Microsoft published.
Big Daddy Phil
Yep.
came in and was like,
Big Daddy
we need
Phil.
this.
Yeah. Be his prey any day.
Oh,
Isn't that the Predator scream? It's close.
Yeah.
It's definitely something. Okay, a massive thank you to everyone who helps make this show possible because that is the end of Back Pocket tonight. Of course, that is the Patreon and its supporters. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, and I don't mean this in a weird way, but sometimes when I'm in the Patreon back end and I'm like going through like maybe replying to a message or we're checking like whatever on the page, sometimes I just go through, there's a tab called Relationship Manager and just shows all the people there. I just scroll through.
Relationship manager? That's lovely.
And I scroll through to just, and I mean this, to just see the names of people because I see names of people who would like never talk in Twitch chat or something. And I'm just like, oh my God, there's just someone somewhere who's like, hey, I want to give you $14 a month because I like the thing that you guys do. And I'm like, thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Eliza. Thank you, Big
Sam
Daddy Phil.
Porterbridges.
Sam Porterbridges.
Thank you, Mike Killaby. We know Mike Killaby.
We know Mike
Thank you, we know Maiden Muse.
If
We're
you've
at-
never said
yeah,
anything in chat, just say something right now so we can
Say it.
thank you. Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Because the tab says Relationship Manager, so they're all friends. And then there's another tab that's Benefits, where you can see what benefits your friends get. Because they're friends with benefits.
There you go.
On the Patreon.
Vesuvius says, mine's under my action name. I could be any one of those people. I'm in your walls, Nick. Lots of people saying hello, but I'm not seeing first-time chatters right now, so all of
Don't
you
mention
come
me.
to me. Okay.
Azalea says stuff all the time.
Yeah,
All the
Listalia
time.
was always talking, but I like Bring Me Chalk is a great name, so I'll shout out Bring Me Chalk. Okay, but of course there are the mods who help keep everyone in control. The aforementioned.
There you go.
Someone says I am first time, no chance 14. It's not showing up like
See it?
that.
No chance 14 first time earlier tonight.
Oh,
I
no
believe.
chance
Yeah.
14. I'm so
We just
sorry.
missed
So
the
it
contact.
wasn't that word wasn't the first time
Yeah.
chat, but they are first time chatter today.
And it's a pleasure to have you, no chance.
Girl Poke says penis. Gat, Syntax
you know
Eric,
what's up,
Carnage,
Girl Poke.
Liz Dahlia, Sitcat, Phoenix, Alliance, Disturb 778, Jex, Caboose, and What the Shark. Thank you so much for helping control the madness. Thank you to all our Back Pocket patrons and make the show possible. All the ones that I look at before I go to bed. But of course, a big special thank you to the Top Stitches who go above and beyond and throw in a bit of Circle Liquor. Is a great.
It's worked.
Well done.
It's held on. So
fucking
good.
works.
That's got to be a Patreon tier.
spin the.
Oh my God, Circle Lurker is it's the lowest tier.
Yeah.
That's so good. That's so good. Okay, we got to go through the top stitcher names. We're starting with you this week to give us the intro.
Here in Back Pocket, we'd like to give a special thanks to all of our patrons, including
Oranishi, which is the word you're going to exclaim when it's 10:30 tomorrow and you can finally release.
Mason's not Nathan. Don't you dare call him that.
Ponk. Oh, sorry, I was a bit slow on that one.
Oh!
Hey! I like it. Once upon a time,
Oh my
there
God.
was a small bee called Akarash. He wanted to climb a mountain, but he had wings so he could fly there. And when he got to the top, he realized he had a small rash, and he said, "Ak!"
Steph took up all my time. Nicotex.
If you've ever had I gotta do the voice. Not at work. Not at Boxwell. Not at the Boxwell factory.
Say the line.
Never at the Boxwell factory. Very good.
We built this city. That's all you get.
Vega Bus, hello, you're wonderful, and that's the bus that I want to be on. That's all.
Be thrown in front of or under.
Hey, Timothy. You're wonderful, and that's the Timothy I want to be on. That's all.
Hey, chap. I know you're there. I know you bought one. Can I have a go sometime, please? Can I have a go with the jet?
Whoa.
Whoa, that doubled.
Whoa, that was an evil move. That was an evil boy move. An evil spy boy move. Because it's evil spy boy.
We are people. We are friends. We are creators. We are gamers. We are robots. And we are Sam Porter Bridges.
I was worried she wasn't gonna nail it, but she did. She landed that dream PC.
Crash and burn.
That was
rough.
We're moving on to Toxic Hog. Toxic Hog. Hog. Toxic Hog. You really need to punctuate better.
What does a hog look like, do we think?
Toxic Hog, can you draw a picture of what a hog looks like and we'll show it in the post?
I love rocks, is what Steph says in that exact cadence in the RhysWild album. Pick it up today from your local shopping network channel, RhysWild.
BuriBuri, I would love to just make a flower crown with you one day because that one looks amazing and beautiful and ethereal, and I love a flower crown.
And finally, Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this Wolsey. This is Lincoln's America. Thank you very much to all of our top stitchers. If you want to become a member of the Patreon, oh my goodness, do you want your name read by these eyes at night before I fall asleep? Then just sign up at patreon.com/backpocket or head to backpocket.gg for links to everything we do.
Where you'll get access to the post show, now sponsored by Brent Jones, aka Loki Cat.
The Loki Cat.
The Loki Cat is back.
The post show.
Sponsoring and owning the post
How
show.
appropriate for that dirty
The
bird.
pack. He's not a dirty bird. He loves birds.
No, he's a dirty bird.
He loves a dirty bird.
Yeah, he makes a bird dirty. You know what
The
I'm
man
saying?
loves his
Yeah.
cockatiels.
So Loki Cat, of course, back on the level where he owns a segment. BuriBuri owned the segment that he previously had. Of course, that is the segment where you just get mocked and abused by the host of the Back Pocket. But instead, Loki Cat now owns the post show.
Well, we get mocked and abused.
Yeah, exactly. Where we get to hear, and we're going through some story that Gus has about
Silk boxes.
Why
Why I touch Pete?
you touch Pete? Your DMs on
my Instagram, my direct
DMs.
messages.
And
on
then there was
Insta.
something else that came up during the show.
I thought it was just 3.
No, something else came up live during the show, and we'll talk about that in the post show as well. I can't remember what it was, but maybe someone in chat will remember. The couch, yeah, we did that. Anyway, we'll talk about it in
couch
the
is
post
the
show.
Pete touch.
That's the Pete touch. That's
they're
the one story.
intrinsically tied together.
Yeah. Okay, good. Come to the post show. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. here on this Twitch channel. 10:30 a.m. Edge it.
With your brekkie.
Edge it with your brekkie.